this is a relatively important stream. Why is it relatively important? Well, because I have this new headset that I got. And, I need to know how I sound. Because, you know, of course I do. As far as I know, for the most part, I sound quite a bit quieter than before. So I think I need to, like, turn down desktop audio. Does flipping this make me louder? No, it just makes that louder. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you've all had or are currently having a nice day. Soda, that's hilarious. I just saw a tweet earlier saying Merry Christmas to everyone except people who say Merry Chrysler, which is something I say. So, to report on the loot audio's really small. Okay. That's what we need to figure the fuck out. Properties. Use the jack mic. What does that do? Am I louder now? Am I better? That's the one thing. The mic quality is good, but I'm way quieter. I need to figure out how to, fix that. Because, better mic quality is great and all, but if no one can hear me, then it doesn't really help that much. Yeah, this is a really impromptu stream, you can tell, because, well, it's mostly for checking the mic quality. Well, that's why we're here. It's been a while since I've had, like, big gamer headphones. Like, like a big headset. So I forgot that I need to only have them over 1 year, otherwise I can't hear shit that happens around me. I can't hear a fucking thing. By the way, if you're in here and you haven't already, be sure to drop a like on the stream. So, does anyone have any suggestions for how I can make my mic louder? Is it settings within my computer? I feel like it is, because it seems like I'm just quieter in general, like not just on OBS. I'm sure if I move the mic a little bit closer to my mouth, I'd be a little bit louder, yeah? But then the mic's like rubbing up against my fucking face, and every time I exhale, like, you can probably hear it. And my hair is stuck in my glasses? Ugh. My hair is stuck in everything. Quite chaotic. Jesus. Yeah, any tech experts in here who could perhaps help with this? Let's get in the motherfucking stream, VC. See if anyone can help me out in real time. That sure would be convenient, would it not? Yeah, I bet it would be.
What's up, Boogaloo boy?
Fuse, how quiet am I right now?
Speak again, speak again?
How quiet am I?
You sound fine. It sounds like, though when you do speak, there's kind of like a cut in and out. Are you using, like, what is it?
I'm not using when I talk. It's probably a mic sensitivity thing. This may be something I need to figure out how to do, like, in my computer. Does anyone here know how this shit works? Because I don't have a goddamn clue.
I'm not an expert, but there should be software for it on your computer, probably. Is there...
And if that's something you don't want to learn, you could just go into, like, Discord settings, go to voice and video, and
Well, I did that
change
earlier.
the sensitivity.
I did that earlier, and I changed the sensitivity a bit, and
Is
that
there
helped
specific
initially.
software for the mic? Because I know
Let's
some,
find out.
yeah.
Yeah, some
I
mics
saw
you need to
some
install
shit about
software.
that earlier.
Though you could also ignore that. The last headset I had, it said, like, oh, you need to install the software.
Unlock
So then I
your
went...
headset's full potential now. With your new Razer headset comes a new level of immersion with greater audio positioning.
Wow.
Download 7.1 surround sound and use the activation code to truly be in the middle of all action. I think that's something more for me hearing things than you guys hearing me.
Yeah.
Probably.
but sometimes the software doesn't work. I know it broke my last headset, or
Oh,
for a little
that's
while
good.
it did.
That's great.
Yeah, download the software, Misc. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh yeah, download more RAM.
Oh yeah. Anything any computer needs. Use more fucking RAM when you're doing stuff.
Yeah, you just go download more RAM. You could do it.
Alright, I need to upload the Patreon review. Something I haven't done
course.
in 10 days. It's amazing how, like, a couple chapters can come out and then I just completely lose interest in something.
The Boxer's been lit.
The Boxer has been, Kino at the moment.
Oh, so yeah, Merry Christmas. And in
Christmas,
like
everybody.
3 hours, Happy Kwanzaa.
Oh, right,
for those who
Kwanzaa,
celebrate.
and happy Boxing Day for all the Canadians in the chat.
Hold back.
Yeah, the Boxer's lit. However, it suffers from being a weekly series, so when we go through a long, important character backstory, it butchers the fucking pacing. It's
Fucking
really
drag.
good in a reread, like in a binge. Oh my god,
Dude.
Yuto's backstory may be the best part of the fucking comic, but I can't imagine reading it weekly.
Nah, bro. No, it's because listen. Here's the thing. When Yuto's backstory was getting released, because I was reading it at the time, this motherfucker was releasing his chapters on Thursday and Tuesday. That motherfucker was on
Oh.
fast pass mode. I was chilling when I was reading Yuto's backstory.
God damn it.
That's why when I got to the brothers, I had a stroke because like they stopped doing the like two a week. I was like, holy fucking
Those
shit.
those webtoons with that twice a week schedule sound really fun to read.
I mean, it's probably because they're trying to catch up to the other publications, and so it's like
Probably.
the perfect. It's like
Anyway,
the perfect
for those
form.
of you who are in the $5 tier for the Patreon, the new Boxer review's out. I've started reviewing the Fast Pass chapters, so this one's on episodes 98 and 99. Because, not that I use them or anything, but there are websites that illegally publish the Fast Pass chapters. Of course, this is privacy, and not privacy, piracy, and you should not partake in this.
Yeah, of course, never.
Never.
Well,
Tell
it's
me,
not
people in the
piracy. If
chat,
you
do
if
I
you're
still sound
downloading
quiet?
it, then it's piracy.
Do I still sound
Oh,
quiet,
yeah, true,
people in the
If
chat?
not, it's just bootlegging.
Stream chat people, am I
Still looked
quiet?
down
What's
upon,
going
but
on?
very different from piracy.
Alright, let's check the stream volume for a second here.
I only support the official release.
This stream is just
Right.
me troubleshooting my new mic.
Yeah, you seem to be closer to normal volume. Maybe be slightly louder.
By the way, I have OBS at max mic volume.
Yikes.
This is
Start
as
screaming.
loud as I get.
Get
Oh my
violent.
god, Lupus is here! Merry Christmas, Lupus. I haven't seen you in forever. Actually, no, I saw you like a week or two ago, but we didn't get to
Forever. That
Yeah,
is forever on the
forever
internet.
ago. Let's see.
Brian has been now gambling for 24 hours.
Wow, that's amazing. Anyway,
Confused, what are you
people-
even watching with this gambling?
He's just rolling fucking slots. I'm going in and out.
Why
Like
are you
it's
watching gambling?
Why are you watching
It's-
slots?
it's fun, and I don't have that addictive.
Poker? I
personality
can understand
anyway.
watching poker, but like
Dude,
watching
there's
slots.
something. There's something. It's like you're, because like the whole thing about streaming, it's like it has this weird relationship, right? What's
It's
it
a
called?
weird
What's the
Alright.
term for it?
parasocial relationship.
Yeah. And the thing is, like,
I would
now
never
I'm not
say I
addicted to
love you
gambling.
all.
No, I would never. But I'm saying I'm addicted to watching him lose his money,
I
right?
can't
I've
wait
become
for when I
addicted to
turn
watching
21. I'm gonna
XQC
go to a
watch Master
casino,
Chef.
play poker, and
Oh,
then
the Master Chef, bro, that shit's Kino.
Yeah. Lupus, I understood you left the Shumantra servers over dumb Reddit bullshit. You're welcome to become more active on my server. We love to have you around.
Ah, so I hear something happened. What happened there?
It was some Reddit drama where Redditors were being obnoxious.
So the usual
Sounds like
Friday.
Reddit.
Yeah,
Sounds
Kino.
like the
Exceptionally
re-
obnoxious.
Sounds like the record of Ragnarok server.
Yeah. I haven't been on there in a while. I was a little more active than usual last night because it was the 1 year anniversary of the Shiva stick mistranslation incident.
That sounds fun.
in which when we were getting the fucking early leaks on Christmas Eve, there was a shitty translation where apparently the kanji for stick and kick are very similar. So the translation basically suggested that Shiva took out a stick just out of nowhere and then beat Raiden to death with it. Needless to
Nice.
say, the response to this in the leaks channel was quite humorous.
Yeah, the one I hated was the fucking that one Buddha chapter. Fucking hell! Like some guy translated it and just did not know English.
Oh, I remember about
Oh,
that. There
God.
were some people
shit
like
hurt my
fucking
eyes.
hold on, it's someone on Griever's server. Who the fuck else is in VC right now? I thought I just heard someone
I'm in
that
Griever's Discord. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Hold on. He hasn't uploaded anything on here in a while. He hasn't shared stuff. What the fuck is
Because
he?
I am Buddha.
Kishin. Yeah,
'cause
Kishin
the
Prime did a
Buddha.
reaction, and he read the god-awful translation because he didn't know it was a god-awful translation, and did a video on it. That was his
Oh, no.
reaction. And we were like, damn, that's really fucking up.
Oh.
Well, now we're waiting a week to get translations because the people did a vote, and they want Orang scans to wait for the magazine scans instead of the digital scans from Manga Hot or whatever, so that the scans will be higher quality.
Hmm.
So
I'm
that
fine
means we're
with
probably
that
not
if
getting the
it's- yeah.
chapter for, you know, maybe not until the start of the new year. Maybe.
Yeah, like
Do you think we're
it's
gonna
just
get
a good
Jason
trade.
Kidd's chapter soon? Because I know I saw it out. Like I saw like part of the scans on Raws, but do you think they're gonna translate it and finish it, or are they gonna wait? You think?
We may be going back to what would happen before Orang scans became a thing, which was we get high quality translations after like a week, but there's still going to be people translating the Manga Hot chapters. So we'll go back to having two different translations. That's what I imagine is going to happen. Because people.
And then
like,
eventually one
people-
will come rising. I mean, Kamiki's doing translations of it.
yeah,
Oh,
but
are
they're not
they?
caught up yet.
Yeah, they're
Hmm?
not caught up. It's like with Ashura.
They'll get
now.
caught up shortly. They're doing like a chapter a week, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
Yeah,
for a
they're not
monthly
gonna-
series, they'll probably catch up shortly.
So it
Yeah,
seems
but
like we're
don't
probably going to go back to
look
having
out.
two translations again, which is fine.
Mm.
that was
Bro.
that was an okay time.
Kamiki had a good idea with the monetization, and then just fucking was it Manga Life just fucking speed blitzes that shit.
Yeah. By the way, we got 8 viewers and only 6 likes. The fuck's going on there? Lupus says, yeah,
Oh,
I
I
was
have,
losing
like-
respect for the community for a while, but the Reddit stuff just pushed my annoyance over the line. I'm not sure if that's just a general anime community thing or not. Shumatsu was the only series that I actually got involved with as far as that stuff is concerned. I find that anime, like, dedicated fandom subreddits and discords are just not fun. They're just not good.
That's why I'm not on Reddit.
I don't know. It's really funny to look at the Kengan Reddit every once in a while. I get a good laugh.
Occasionally, but I mean, like, generally, I find the fucking weekly 4chan threads to be funnier. They've got better shit posts. Also, seeing some
Like-
people malding is hilarious.
Like with the subreddits, like the Kangen subreddit seems pretty fine from what I can tell.
It's mostly
No.
Reddit
But whenever I
shit
look at the
posting.
Shimatsu subreddit, it seems to be more of like drama about the subreddit and people not
Oh
liking
yeah,
the mods
it's
instead
memeing
of
about yeah. It's not even really about the
Yeah.
subs, though. Apple Pito is nice. They upvote and comment on all of my video posts there. So Shugen hasn't seemed to have found that yet.
Guys,
so.
though, this is about Christmas and Miss Mike,
Oh
not
my
about
God,
stupid
yeah,
drama.
So, do I sound fine in the stream now or whatever? I don't know. I haven't changed anything yet because I don't know what I'm doing, and I got distracted.
Yeah, we need to turn your volume up.
Yeah, the break poster's actually one. I don't know. My volume's as high as I think I can put it. Is there? Do I on the other side here I can touch? Hold on, we're about to get a bunch of white noise.
Oh, you might
what
have like
what
a
model
spider.
mic do you have? Alright, what mic do you have?
like,
Shit, I threw out the box. Let me look at the manual or whatever.
Classic.
The
Yeah, like, there might
It's the Razer Kraken X.
Like, there might be a slider on it somewhere, because I remember, like,
There's a slider for
with-
me to turn up my the volume on my end, like what I get from you guys.
Wow, that's a pretty cheap headset.
oh,
That's why I asked for it.
This is a certified Razer product moment.
Yeah.
See, I have a Razer
I looked
headset
it
too.
up in multiple
I don't
places,
use the
they were
mic.
like,
I have
"This
a
is pretty
fucking
decent
snowball."
for the price you get it for, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not exactly interested in spending $150 on a headset.
No, my current headset's
Man,
50
you
bucks,
have a
and I think it's
separate
pretty
mic,
good.
right?
No, it's a headset and mic, or I can just go back to using my computer mic, but then I'd kind of feel like I got this for nothing.
Bro, I would say use the headset for sound, get a fucking mic.
SMH.
Because there's a reason I don't use my fucking Razer fucking mic.
So
Never,
sad.
never mind. I don't know
Well,
why some
if
sites sell it for
I'm-
cheap. That's actually a pretty decently priced. It's a fine mic.
If I'm audible, that's really all I care about. For
You
what?
occasionally cut out.
I occasionally cut out. That's probably a.
And by
decent thing.
occasionally, I'd say pretty frequently.
Okay, so we're gonna go into voice and video settings. We're gonna fucking turn up the sensitivity now. I shouldn't be going below it now. Am I cutting out still?
You're
I
pretty
don't
good.
believe so.
Just bring, you could bring your mic probably closer to your mouth. I don't know how
Hi,
far away you have it.
guys. It's rubbing up
Oh.
against my face. Can you hear it rubbing up against my face?
We can't hear it rubbing, but we can hear your voice.
Yeah.
Okay, am I volume now?
Yes.
Kinda.
This is the problem with super sensitive shit. Is like a fucking
Mm.
millimeter makes a difference.
Yeah. Like, yo, my mic was touching my lip. Well, not anymore, but it was.
You said yeah so loud. I was like, oh, I just see there's a point trying to be made.
Okay, so to give a rundown of the shit I've received for Christmas, let's make sure I didn't forget anything. I got this headset. I got a copy of Halo Infinite. I'm gonna start playing that tomorrow. I got some new
You wanna play some
sketchbooks
multiplayer?
that I'm not gonna crack into until whenever the fuck I'm done with the one I got last year, because I criminally underused it this year, unfortunately, to my shame. So those are gonna have to wait for the most part.
Shame, Misc, shame.
Unless I just
I
skip
got-
shit, I don't know.
Nothing.
Nothing. Beautiful. Hopefully I
Deserve
never
it.
become you.
Well, I mean, I don't
Underwear
celebrate Christmas,
and,
so.
money.
It's funny, I got this comment on my community post from someone called Ace something. It's not the Ace in the server, I don't think. Pretty sure that's a different Ace. There's a surprising number of Aces who follow my channel.
Yeah.
Whenever I think Ace, I just think of the One Piece reviewer Ace.
Hello, Ace.
Speak
It's
of the devil.
Ace Victory, a classic viewer of mine. I did a community post saying like, hey, Merry Christmas, hope you have a fun day with your family and shit. And he said, nah, I'm spending it alone. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I don't know
No,
what
I
you want
just,
me to
it's
say
just
to
because
that.
I, from a Jewish family,
Bro, I
so,
would've-
you
if
know,
I
I got
seen
Chinese,
someone type
I
that
got
shit, I
Chinese
would've-
food because that's the only
yeah.
places open,
Right,
and
would've
we
right.
watched
roasted us.
Gotta
Anchorman.
get the smiling duck.
I like that
Right.
movie.
You've
Miss,
never
you
watched
see
a
people
cr-
make
you've
dumb
never
comments like
watched
that,
a
you just gotta
Christmas
roast
Story.
their ass to oblivion.
You've never
They're
watched
giving
a
you a
Christmas
free
Story and
chance.
it shows.
I've seen the Christmas Story.
God damn it. One of my old sketchbooks is a spiral, and the issue with it is that the back cover fucking comes out all the time, and I have to put it back into the spiral. So every time I see it's uneven with the front cover, I'm like, that fucking thing's coming out, isn't it? I can see it under my bed. It's bugging the shit out of me. So I got this headset. I got Halo Infinite. I got some new sketchbooks that I'm not gonna use for a while. I got a goddamn I got a shitload
Yo, let
of
me
gift
carry you a
cards.
multiplayer.
Yeah, I got some money in both
Nice.
cash and check form, because most people are no longer naive enough to send money through the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, that has always been fun to me. Sending somebody
Um,
money over the mail.
I got gift cards for a bunch of different shit. I got a gift card for Cold Stone Creamery. I got one for Best Buy. I got one for fucking Olive Garden.
breadsticks.
Yeah,
American
my unlimited
shops that,
breadsticks.
that Australians don't.
I think I got. Okay, Cold Stone. I got like 4. I'm trying to remember what all the 4 that I got today were. Got Cold Stone, Best Buy.
Just casually flexing on all your viewers, you know.
It wasn't that much.
Allow
they were, like,
me
going
to
out for
warn
food
you,
shit.
young
They were
man.
like fucking $25 cards or something. It's not. I think like the
Kid.
Best Buy card was like 50 because you're not spending 25 bucks on anything important at Best Buy.
Allow me to give you a warning.
Why do you sound now?
I'm not doing a British accent. I'm just doing a deep voice.
Oh.
So what is the warning?
Anyone who says they don't trust digital payments like PayPal is either really old or scamming your ass.
You see, the thing
agree.
is, a lot of people don't understand there's a difference between a transaction, like just giving someone money, and a payment. My dad works in online sales, and he says if you're buying from a place where they don't ask for a credit card or PayPal, and they ask for like just a monetary transaction or something, that's a fucking scam, because you're not getting that money back if something goes wrong. PayPal compensates you for shit because it's a purchase. It's basically like a bank account in a company that's not a bank.
Any company that uses your card multiple times has to ask your permission every time, unless you sign up on autopay.
Yeah, like for your fucking Sony
Bro, Ace,
PlayStation
you're not
subscription or something.
signing up for a fucking car sales commercial. Why are you talking like that? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Griever
Oh, no,
retracted a
but
You
message.
sound pretty sexy right now. That's what we're saying.
Hey, Corey.
Have I ever
Alright.
told you I'm an amateur voice actor?
No,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
would
tell
You're
it
an
them.
amateur voice actor, or are you just screwing with us?
I mean, I've auditioned for multiple fan-made voice acting things.
If we're being
Ah.
real
Okay.
here, isn't every D&D player an amateur voice actor?
Yes.
Yeah.
and
No,
I
I'd
used
say
to
ever.
run a D&D game where I had a different party made of the same 25 characters in a random selection, and I ran a game 5 to 8 times a week while having a job.
How the fuck did
Sounds-
you find the time for that?
11 p.m. to 3 a.m.
I would
Why would
kill
you-
myself.
Why
before
would you
doing that.
run a game 5 to 8 times a week?
That sounds like a good way to
Because
make yourself
I
hate
had to
playing
get
D&D.
That's so much planning.
You know what? I could probably
You know
pull
how
that
I
off
play
because
in
I
a
don't plan
D&D game?
shit. I write a bunch of bullet points for stuff.
I don't even do that. You wanna know how I play in a D&D session? I look at a list of 80 NPCs I made on a whim, and then I look
Yeah.
at one of my third-party monster manuals, and then I look at my list of ongoing plot arcs, and I just mash 3 of them together and go BAM! It's like a one-shot,
Wow,
but
that
it links
sounds like
into an
fun.
episodic structure.
Oh right, I was flexing my Christmas gifts. Okay, so I got the headset.
Yeah, you
I
got.
got
Come on, you
Halo
can't forget
Infinite,
that.
I got the sketchbooks, I got these gift cards, I got money. Then we get into the gifts that I got from Clover. So I got, and I need to make
Hold
sure
it back.
that I don't forget any of this stuff. I got this wonderful cup, this wonderful goblet.
Thank you. We could see the cup.
This- I know,
I'm
hold
picturing
on.
it now.
I guess I'll pull up the picture on stream or whatever.
Oh my god, a Misc stream with visuals that move?
Holy
That is
Whoa.
impossible. Oh my god.
No way.
Who's in the stream?
Oh yeah, is Griever in VC? I know he's watching the stream. He may be at like a relatives or something, so I don't know if he can.
He is not a
Probably.
PC.
He probably is tapped in to say hello and then
Yeah,
left.
probably.
Yeah.
I just got home after a 2-hour drive.
You know, because Griever is wonderful like that. He's helpful. He just pops in to support the stream, like I do occasionally for his gaming stuff. Okay, so that's why I was forgetting the other one. My phone's covering it right now. I got this dice bag, dice bound, these white and gray dice. Here, I'll open this up in a fucking goddamn window capture.
What did you all get for Christmas? Respond in the chat,
Look at
and
this.
Misc will read it.
Yeah, good idea. do that.
Oh, I should
Get
probably
the
show
algorithm going.
goddamn, yeah, there it is. Okay, so I got this.
Okay,
I got this wonderful goblet. I got back, and then I got this horrible little Zen sand garden thing. It has cats and rocks in it, so they call it a litter box. Have you ever been in probably a science teacher's classroom, and they have this little tray with sand in it, and a little
Yes,
rake thing that you
we know
can
what the
Okay,
gardens
I
are.
know. I'm making sure that the people
I didn't
know
have
what
one
it
of
is.
those in my science teacher's classroom, but I did have it in like one of my hippie teacher's classrooms.
In my experience, the hippie teachers are always science teachers or English teachers.
Yeah, I was an English teacher.
So this thing is adorable. I love
Quickly,
it.
everyone!
It
This is
even
your
came
chance.
with
Pause the stream. Find reflections.
Yeah, find reflections of my face. By the way, the phone. No, the phone is not a gift. I'm pretty sure that's Clover's phone. Oh, and I got her the Lego Minecraft set. That was my gift to her. Including
Which one?
The one on the left. The only.
Well, I mean, I don't know which set that is. It's been a while since I've looked at the
Okay,
Lego
it
Minecraft
is,
sets.
It is a
Miss gave her Legos? That's
Panda
fucking
farm
weird, bro.
set. It's
Oh,
Panda
oh my
Bamboo
goodness.
Farm.
You call
or
that
the
weird?
sugarcane
Legos are top tier.
farm. Legos are great.
Yeah, Legos
We
are
Especially if
actually-
you like Legos and like Minecraft.
Back
Oh, you don't
in
understand
slavery.
20
September?
Lego game Easter eggs video.
I think back in September we went and we got a bunch of Legos because Clover's actually never gotten Legos prior to then. Very deprived childhood. It was very sad. So,
I hadn't played with Legos as a kid.
I remember I
some
had the
people
big bucket,
have
the
never had
big
the
bucket of
privilege.
the assorted pieces, and then I'd make my own stories by just like cobbling together creatures and parts of characters.
That sounds fun. I would always just do
Yeah.
random Lego Star Wars bullshit because I was one of those kids that only got Star Wars shit. Not because I
That
had
was
to, but because I only
Clover
wanted
as a
Star
child.
Wars shit.
Imagine Clover as a child, their mom being like, "We have Legos at home. Looks at Playmobil set."
Yeah, no, I don't even know if she had that.
Not Mega Blocks.
I loved Halo Mega Blocks.
Okay, well the Halo Mega Blocks, that's a different story.
Yeah, you get it. You understand. That's something else.
Yeah, that's the difference between Halo Mega Bloks and regular
Normal
Mega
Mega Blocks, yuck. What is this shit? Halo Mega Blocks, well, fuck. It's Lego for Halo.
Nice.
Every once in a while, I go into Target and I see the fucking Halo Mega Block stuff. Although they changed the name to like Mega Constructs or something to make it seem less childish.
The rule one of owning Legos: you can never walk barefoot around the house again.
No. Well, as long as you keep the shit built. I had some stuff. I had the stuff that I built. I put it on my fucking dresser. And then after a while, my cat, every time he would come into my room, he would just start knocking shit off of there. Probably because he didn't like the fact that there was now other stuff taking up the space in his usual sitting area. And by usual, I mean sometimes he would just elect to sit up there. Little bastard.
Cool,
What a little
your
fucker.
cat.
So,
Don't do that.
what did you Christmas celebrators get for Christmas? Tell me.
Well, I just actually got home from a Christmas party with my family.
Fun.
Oh, how was it?
It was pretty good. Aside from the gift cards, which is basically the only thing I asked for because I'm kind of a minimalist guy, I got a pillow with a laundry sack that looks like something a Navy guy carries off in the 40s. I got a popcorn popper with like a 3-pound thing of kernels and a bunch of flavorings. And I got a few shirts, a bunch of snack food, a big popcorn bucket thing, and oh yeah, a miniaturized power drill with a bunch of settings and stuff.
That's neat. That's pretty
Which is
cool.
ironic because I need to put a new mailbox on.
Well, that'll be
Aside
perfect.
from that, I don't think there really was much. My cousin got a new computer monitor though.
Oh, that's pretty
Now he
cool.
has 2 of them. He just sent me a picture of his 2 computer monitors side by side, and I said, "Oh my God, all you need now is a 2D model."
You'll be a real streamer then. I relate to the minimalist thing. I had a hard time thinking of stuff I wanted this year. Other than the headset and Halo, everything else was just kind of random.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
not,
To be
Yeah,
honest,
I
I
like
mostly
this.
just asked for gift cards to use for groceries.
Yeah. Like, money, give me money. Good thing my
Yeah.
birthday and Christmas are all within an exact week of each other, because I'm pretty sure I made like $500 in the last week because of that.
Wow, money.
Oh my god, money?
That's cool.
Am I taxed on this? I don't remember. Remember, kids, whenever you're paying for tuition or shit, keep a little list of all the stuff you spent money on for school. I'm pretty sure you get tax deductions for that. Or something tax related. I don't remember exactly what I was told. I can save money.
Of stuff to charity,
I don't
and they
pay
said I
my
couldn't
taxes
deduct
anyway.
my tax.
Oh yeah, remember, kids, whenever a really rich person or a corporation's like, look at all this money we donate to charity. Yeah, that's for tax write-offs.
But it has to be a certain amount.
Yeah,
before
it
you
has
can
to be a
actually get it.
certain amount, and then they get tax write-offs. That's why they do it. It's also why
I just didn't
you
know
know
that was moving.
you know how there are a lot of rich people charities that they have named after themselves? The whatever foundation, like the fucking Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation,
Right.
shit like that. A lot of that's for tax write-offs.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation created like the model for American schooling like 15 years ago or something, and then a few years ago they were like, hey guys, we've did a study, turns out our model doesn't work. Oh, great.
Well, I'm gonna head out for now. Lovely
Yeah.
to speak to you all for a bit. Have happy holidays.
You as
Goodbye.
well.
You as well.
Oh yeah, I
please
also
do.
got some pillowcases.
Oh, fun. I love pillowcases.
When
Alright,
you're
so
busy,
I got Clover a Minecraft kit. I got her a box of chocolates from my mom's work. And her this fucking Pusheen cat thing that's adorable and very soft.
For a second, I thought you were like, I got her Minecraft. Here's your free copy of Minecraft.
No, she already has Minecraft.
Everybody has Minecraft.
Everybody except for Neve.
I'm just.
Stop
I'm just
being
too to
lazy.
install it. No. Never.
You don't have to play Minecraft to have Minecraft.
I do have it, don't worry. It's just I'm too lazy to reinstall it.
This is a reminder that we have a realm I pay like $8 every month for that no one uses, including me. I don't use
It's like
it.
maintaining an internet server.
Listen, man, nobody wants to hear it. Minecraft played out, man. Sorry, it is.
No, we just need to find the people. Minecraft
just-
During
played
the
together
pandemic,
is always
Well,
great.
I promise you.
At the very least, it exists so that Clover can enjoy it, because Clover... And Fine's actually like the only fucking person that plays on the realm.
5 months into the pandemic, they increased my Wi-Fi bill by $10 a month to maintain more online schooling, sir.
To be fair, I think like... There were a few points, like when the school year started, my Wi-Fi was absolute fucking dog shit. To be fair, we have Blue Stream here, which is basically like, hey, what's the bare minimum you want to pay for decent Wi-Fi? But like, there was times where like it was running like ass. They also do this weird thing around here where like every once in a while, at like fucking 3 in the afternoon or whatever, the Wi-Fi just stops working because they're fucking around with the wires or whatever.
I'm looking
Uh-huh.
into fiber optic.
That's cool. I'm
Over
wondering
here
how that'll
at that-
impact
that-
the 24-hour
Runs
stream.
Spectrum.
My provider does that on Tuesdays, I believe.
We're gonna have to hope that they don't do it on the weekends, because that's when we're gonna do the 24-hour stream whenever we hit 5K. By the way, we're only 16 subs away from hitting 4,000.
Ow.
So if
Okay.
for some reason you're watching
Alright,
this and you're not
it's like, look,
subscribed,
I have to unsubscribe then subscribe.
Yeah, of course.
why?
I don't think he knows how math works.
It adds up to the same number. It doesn't get me any closer.
I know, but it's just fun. Every time you say that, in every video I watch of you, I unsubscribe and resubscribe.
You do?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why?
Does he get a notification each time?
No, I have far too many subs to get notifications for subs anymore. When you're like under 100 or whatever, they send it to you. But once you're over a certain rate and presumably like a certain sub gain rate, they're like, listen, you would have way too many fucking notifications.
I don't know. I just feel. I just think it's funny.
If I got notified for every single person, I would have gotten 3,984 notifications. Give or take, actually, give a lot more for people that may have subscribed and then unsubscribed, and got
Oh
replaced.
dear.
Speaking of, I was actually 15 away for most of the day, and then it went down earlier, and it made me very sad.
You'll get there eventually.
No, I
I
need
know
to get.
the
Listen,
point.
people, we have a week. We have 1 week to get 16 more subscribers.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it
doable.
seems like you gained 16 in the last 2 days.
Because we had a few videos come out. But Kengan's on break this week. Kengan is my
No.
big
Is that what you
series
do?
right now.
Oh no.
Do more list videos.
Of what now?
You can list anything you want. List your favorite characters in Record of Ragnarok.
No,
We don't want to bring the roar community over here.
Oh wait, it has been like a year and a
Best
half since I
Volin
did that one.
ranked.
Shit.
Like, which one's the best one?
I have Grieve upload a video on your channel.
Black Clover reviews.
No, that was still.
Dude,
I
Black
still
Clover
thought that joke was
reviews.
funny. No one cares
No,
about
no
Black
one cares
Clover.
about Black
Oh, I
Clover.
thought you said let Clover do reviews.
I'm sure some people would enjoy that. She's nice to listen to.
I mean, Grand Line Review did a whole series where his wife.
Yeah, his
did a
wife
review
reviewed
of-
Hunter x Hunter because it was neat to see the perspective of someone who was new.
I still haven't watched any of those videos yet.
I mostly
Me
watched the
neither.
ones centering around the
Hold on,
end of
I
Chimera
dug
Ant
up,
because that's the section I'm
like,
most interested in.
Those videos up to like what was the towel called again? I forget.
Heaven's Arena.
Oh yeah, that one. Just forget
Am I the
name.
only person who liked Heaven's Arena?
I liked
didn't
it
enjoy
too.
It was
Arena?
perfectly fine for me.
Okay, I've heard a lot of
I
people
didn't-
don't like
After
Heaven's
that,
Arena.
I dropped off the series for a little bit, and then I hopped back on like a few months later.
Like, for me, the Hunter exam was a fucking slog. Holy shit.
I agree.
But then we got to the Killua rescue thing, and I'm like, that was good. And then Heaven's Arena was pretty good. And then we did fucking York New, which is great.
Oh, York New.
And then I trudged through Greed Island, and then we got Chimera Ant.
Greed Island is a lot better than people give it credit for.
I
Yeah,
thought
but it's
a
so
lot of
bad.
it was kind of boring.
I enjoyed
Like-
the cards. They were the most interesting part for me.
You know
For
what
me,
it
I didn't
is?
really-
I don't like training arcs. I don't find them
Yeah.
interesting.
Like,
Weird how One Piece is as long as it is without a single training arc or tournament arc.
Well, you see, Ace,
Well,
that's
there
because
is
the
one
big
tournament
training
arc
arc
in
was
all of One Piece.
off-screened.
Please stop.
We
talking.
off-screened the training arc.
That fucking tournament arc lasted 2 fucking years. I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Which tournament arc?
Dressrosa.
Oh, do we really
That wasn't
consider
a
all of
tournament arc.
Dressrosa? No,
There's
that
only
was just...
one important character in the tournament.
Like,
Yeah.
there was the Coliseum and then the whole Birdcage game. I guess it was.
The tournament
guess
was just kind of a
Birdcage counts?
background thing. It was just like, what the
That
fuck
wasn't
is
even a
Luffy
tournament.
doing?
That was just
Oh, it was more of a battle
Holy
royale
hell,
competition.
Like, the only tournament in One Piece is like the Dressrosa tournament.
And I like
the
tournament
Mary
arcs.
Mariner me.
I can't wait to write a tournament arc. Tournament
Yo,
arcs are
when we
great.
get-
I don't have the patience
Yo.
to do like a fucking Annihilation tournament thing. So like, considering it would be an arc within an existing story, I'd probably do like a fucking My Hero thing where it's like, yeah, if this fight's not significant, it's gonna last like a page or two.
I mean, that's what
Like,
the
this is
tournament arc in
personally-
One Piece
That's
was.
appreciative of My Hero's tournament arc. They just fucking made those guys get fucking one shot.
You know what? That's something you have to appreciate because in tournament arcs, it's like this character's not important and they don't stand a single fucking chance against the person they're fighting. Fuck it.
Hey,
Dedicate like a
imagine-
minute of screen time to it.
Get that bitch off the screen.
Listen, we're
Yeah, you
here
need-
for the main characters, the cool characters, the powerful characters. If you're not
you-
one of
you
those
need to
three,
add-
I don't give a shit. I don't
You
give a
need to
fuck.
go right out for every fight.
That's why the second round in the Annihilation Tournament is the best, because it's just those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that in the stream.
We did do that a few months ago.
I
That
still
was
need
the
to
first
go
stream
and
I
watch
was
that.
part of.
You see, I don't know if we should do miscast on the Purgatory Tournament yet, because now we have the hallway stuff, and we may want to wait for that to be over before doing a stream. I don't know.
Then we lose the fun of speculation. Like, I feel like
We
this
are on break
spot would
this
be-
week, so we could always do that at some point.
I feel like this spot would be a fun spot to do it because we have enough to know what's going on in the hallways, but we don't know all of it, and we can still speculate without being completely wrong.
Hold on, I'm gonna send a DM to the Kengan people.
You mean me?
No, I mean the YouTubers.
Oh.
Wait a second. I just
Have your
realized
own, like,
there's
little
more damage here. This is
Reverie thing like the One Piece people have?
Yeah, sure.
25 attack damage, 25%. Okay. Shit.
Having fun with League there, Fuse?
No, I'm playing Teamfight Tactics. Fuck League.
You having fun with Teamfight Tactics there, Fuse?
Yes, sir.
Um,
League of Legends sucks.
I think you
Now,
both
auto
went into
chess,
the
though.
rape.
Auto chess League of Legends is fun.
There, we're making money
Though I do
moves
have
in
to go
real
back to
time.
Playing League again too. Because I can
Money.
potentially hit Masters this season.
Oh wow, Neve, you
Oh.
ordered a Torco, very cool.
of course I did.
Oh, Griever's here, he's just listening in. Coolio. Very, very cool, very something, I don't know.
I was watching a techie video today, and he said something randomly out of context about Toriko.
Ah,
should, 'cause
teching.
Torco- good.
In fact, he made a few videos on it, but
He
the
alluded to
reason he didn't do it was because he was doing
Story.
Bleach at the time.
I believe he alluded to a major spoiler.
Oh, he probably did, because it's a series
Don't
that ended like
spoil,
4 or
like,
5 years
the-
ago.
You know Kaguya and the Infinite Tsukigami and the Bleach thing
I looked it up, and he actually did about 6 chapter reviews for Toriko.
And then it ended.
Yeah, I knew he did a few chapter reviews on Toriko.
Because Bleach ended and he's like, alright, I'm gonna do Toriko now. And then Toriko ended
Well,
like
now-
6 months later.
Well, no, what he did, he did one for like chapter 148, and then he did like a few random ones in the 300s.
Yeah,
After
because the shit
Oh.
was good.
Rick.
After
No, not
Bleach
you
ended,
guys. Not you guys. Sorry.
the short series he did after Bleach ended was he covered the majority of the preliminary license exam in Hunt. In
Oh
Boku no
yeah, I
Hero.
remember. I think Tenryu was telling me about that, about how you could really tell that Tekken just didn't give a shit. Like he just did not give a shit about what he was talking about in those videos. And
I
ideally, you
never
guys,
even watched them.
ideally, you guys can tell if you go back and watch some videos of mine. You can tell when I'm talking about something I don't really give a shit about.
Then he immediately just started sticking to only doing like occasional analysis or chapter reviews on videos about that series
as
he really
you do.
likes.
Yeah, kind of like how you can make videos on Kaiju number 8 without making reviews, how I think. But
I think you'd really change your brand and all that stuff if you did more like content outside of streams and just chapter reviews,
yeah.
like hypotheticals and rankings
You
and
see,
character analysis.
I do a few of those.
videos.
I did a bunch of Jujutsu character analysis videos, and I did a
And
series of
how,
Chainsaw Man ones over the
Genji
summer.
is not a simp
Yeah, that's the
videos.
one. The thing is, I did those
Well,
videos.
there's
The
a race
Chainsaw Man
from
ones
My
did,
Hero
or not the Chainsaw
Academia.
Man. The Jujutsu ones did very well for a time, and then some of the newer ones just like no one watched. And then for the Chainsaw Man ones, I don't think any of them broke 1,000 views.
Well, you don't want to cater to the trends, but you do want to cater to what has an anime hype at the moment.
You see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I do weekly reviews, and then I try to break out and do other stuff. I put in work to do other stuff, and then the other stuff doesn't really gain any traction.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Hopefully, as Ayashimon and Sakamoto days get more attention, those ones will start getting more stuff, because those are series that I actually enjoy talking about, so I don't mind doing videos on them that don't get a lot of views. That's one I'm just going to have to be patient with and hope that it pays off in the future.
The problem is with like you're mentioning the other stuff. You can't look at YouTube like with that result based like mentality. It's never gonna work. That's just luck based most of the time anyway.
True.
Heck, I
We
do
got
look at,
very lucky last year. I mean, fuck. Look at October through December of last year. I have no explanation for that other than I guess it was Jujutsu anime hype. But then the Kengan videos also did like fucking absurdly well.
Maybe because the rest of your
And how
videos are
did
doing
that,
well.
Last time the Kengan anime came out was, I think, 2019 or 2018.
As janky as it was, I enjoyed the anime.
I hear
The
a lot of
Kengan
people enjoy
anime-
the anime.
It was alright.
Maybe it was because at the time I think I was just starting to get into Baki too, so I was all in about that testosterone type fucking manga. I was in that mode, I guess.
Yeah,
Hmm.
almost as soon as I got into Baki around the same time that I got into Kengan as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was probably.
Seems
have
to
been.
be how it goes.
I'm the kind of guy who I do a lot of projects for like writing and characters, and I do a ton of art commissions where I pay artists to draw stuff.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like $70 commissions, and I'll post something like, "This is related to this thing I'm doing," and I'll rarely ever get more than 4 likes on anything.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. Man, you're in an oversaturated market. This is what it is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know, cause like Kengan only has like a few people that do reviews on it, but like
Well, maybe not
the big
Kengan
one, Weeb gets
specifically.
everything.
I meant like
Weeb's the
I
big
meant just
guy.
anime in general.
Oh, anime in
There are a
general,
lot of-
yeah. But I try to cover
a lot
some
of,
stuff
like-
that doesn't get a ton of attention.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Black
what you-
Clover.
Oh, my Black Clover videos! Oh, man!
Man, did you stop doing the kaiju number 8 videos too?
I stopped doing those a while ago because the chapters are too fucking short to talk about.
Mm.
What do you mean short? Like less than 18 pages?
No, I mean the chapters are so fast-paced you read them in like 2 minutes. How the fuck am I
Oh.
supposed to do a decent, not like a 20-minute review, but how am I supposed to talk about them for a bit? I had to stretch a bunch of those videos, otherwise they'd be like fucking 4-minute reviews.
Where's your next rambling?
I may do one this week on the Boxer.
By the way, I watched some AMVs from the Boxer.
It's a great series. Should
Oh, yeah,
I
read
didn't
the
know
actual
that.
series.
Music videos of fights from the series.
Hmm. It's an
Yeah,
interesting way of...
AMV
Like,
is-
is solo leveling over or something?
Solo Leveling's
I don't
ending
know.
very soon, but the ending is bad. The ending's been pretty mid so far, so I just have had no desire to do videos on them.
Yeah, it's been alright. I just have a question about the final form of what was the final boss. Like, I have no-
I don't know. The final boss, apparently a lot of light novel fans said that they rushed the final battle, that it should not have gone by as quickly as it did, which I agree.
Yeah, I felt like it was rushed as well.
It went
Like,
by
I
way
just
too
don't
fast.
know.
Like barely anything happened in it.
Give me a fucking. Well, that works.
Okay, now I have to go read the light novels.
Do any of you like Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation?
I don't know what that
My
is.
friend,
Refuse to read it.
he said he's been enjoying it. He told me to watch. He recommended me to watch it with Arcane. So after I watched Arcane, I've been meaning to watch.
Alright, I still need to finish watching Arcane. I'm only on like episode 3 because I'm really bad at watching TV shows.
Now that
For me, it's either I watch it all at once or scattered it throughout. A
Like,
week
I
or month.
binged most of Baki and then just stopped watching it out of nowhere. Like, I
Dude,
just could
I
not
thought
find the
Baki
attention
TV
span to
show
keep
was
watching it.
fucking boring.
No, okay,
I don't know
not
what
the
it is.
original one. The one on Netflix. Netflix Baki.
No, yeah, I meant, the original one I could sit through. I don't. The new one, it's like, man, I read it and it's not. The thing about Baki is like all the fights are so slow paced and they're just fucking talking and then the narrator's talking and then I have to hear it again. I'm just like, man, I'm.
As
fucking
they
over
say,
it.
Baki fights are 70% someone explaining the historical origins and scientific functions of a punch and why it hurts really hard.
Exactly.
And then
I'm
you see
so
how it didn't do
over it.
anything.
Without exaggeration, there was an entire chapter from beginning to end where no time passed. It was just about the logistics of being kicked in the balls.
Yeah, well,
No, but here's the thing. I already fucking read it. That's my problem. It's like, so now I have to listen to this dumbass narrator again.
I'm hoping that the adaptation for next season is great, because there are some genuinely great fights next season.
Gonna have kicked in the balls chapter, by the way.
Oh, really?
And is also going to have a. Is next season where Muramato shows up? Wait, is that?
No. Next season is gonna be entirely about the caveman.
Next, it's
Pickle, bro.
the prehistoric man Pickle, and his tendency for eating people, and also non-consensual
And
sex.
raping women.
We don't talk about the fact that the caveman raped someone years before Yujiro did it.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yeah.
Because he was a caveman.
Wait, no, I'm
Dude, I
pretty
love
sure we
how-
knew
I love
about
how you can
Yujiro
ask this
being a
question,
rapist
like,
way before
Who's
then.
your who's your favorite rapist from Baki? And you just gotta go, which one? Like,
Oh,
that's a
dear.
legitimate question.
No, I'm pretty sure we knew about Yujiro doing that way in the past. We just didn't know he raped dudes.
And ironically, neither of them were the criminals from the criminal arc.
Isn't it funny how that works out?
That's kind of funny.
Well, you see, everyone forgives
Hmm.
Pickle because he's a caveman, and also he is a good boy. Other than that,
Like, he literally has no idea what consent is.
he's a caveman. We didn't have consent laws or really any kind of organized civilization when he was around. So
That might have been his first time in his life seeing a woman.
yeah, who knows? Shit.
Yeah,
May-
being that he was
maybe.
beating up dinosaurs and.
Hey man,
how old was he before
it seemed like he knew
We
what he
don't
was
know.
kind of doing, so I don't know what he was
Okay,
doing with those
because
dinosaurs,
it's an instinctual thing. Anyway, no, I'm not worried. I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in Pickle's sexual proclivities. I'm interested in him having. I'm interested in him having top tier fights against multiple characters,
Oh yeah, he has good fights.
like the Katsumi fight, the Jack fight. Holy fuck, man! Holy fuck, are
Katsumi
those
gets
good
like
fights?
a really long, really good character arc because of Pickle.
Oh, hey,
Dude, that-
Skin's here. Hello,
The
Skin.
Baki versus Pickle fight was fucking. That was. My brain melted when I was reading that.
Is that in a good or bad way?
In a bad way. My man
Oh, right.
Baki fell off.
I
a
should
fucking 10-story
clarify,
cliff
I've never
twice.
actually read a chapter of Baki.
What?
Hmm.
How do you know all these things?
Because I'm on the internet.
Dude, the funny thing is, like,
and I
you're
like
not
watching
missing anything.
MMVs.
You're not
Oh, I also
missing
like
anything.
watching.
Yeah,
The
Baki seems like
Baki
one of those series where you
MMVs
don't
are
really need to
fucking
read
great.
it.
You bring shame to your family.
No,
Dude,
no, it's
no, no,
great.
no, no,
I
no.
mean, this is how I
The
got into
Baki-
Ragnarok.
The Baki MMVs are better than actually reading Baki.
Listen, Fused,
agree.
Fused, did you ever watch that Katsumi vs. Pickle MMV I shared a while back? Because it's great. I mean, it seems a little late 2000s, but it's still pretty good. The musical choices are pretty solid.
Also, like,
Okay, I gotta start getting ready to go to the movies.
the
Where-
thing
where
about
are you
Baki
going?
fights is that the chapters read really fast, but each fight can be anywhere from 1 chapter to 35 chapters.
It was a
And
good Christmas
they can
scene,
be
yes.
anywhere from like 4 minutes to an hour and a half for one fight.
Hey guys, you know how the last fight in Son of Ogre is like 50 chapters? The MMV
Yeah.
for it is like 3 hours long. It's absurd.
Excuse me?
That's
3 hour long.
well, it's the fight that 20 years led up to.
Yeah, so
Remember,
you know,
Baki's around the
expect
same age
expect
as
the
JoJo.
final fight of One Piece to last like 2 years or something.
It was a good ass fight, though.
It is a
How'd you
great
get
fight.
How'd you get a 50 chapter long fight?
Baki chapter pacing.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It all depends on how fast you read exposition about fucking stuff related to the fight.
Yeah, as we explained, 70% of a Baki fight is just explaining how a punch works, and then it doesn't work.
In case you were wondering, you can tell if a man is going to get back up after being kicked in the balls by the expression on his face when he goes down to his knees. If he has an expression of pain and sadness, then he's gonna stay down. If he looks like he's angry, he's gonna fuck you up when he gets back up.
That's good to know. That's
Right.
very valuable information.
I'll
By
make
the
use
way,
of that
stream
whenever I
people,
come.
do I still sound good? Do I still sound legible? Audible?
Yeah.
Understandable?
Do you want me to say your voice is sexy?
I wouldn't say no. Zuri says Baki versus Yujiro is gonna be like 3 episodes straight. No, it's gonna be more than 3 episodes. It's too long to
That'll
just
be
be 3
fine.
episodes. It'll be 5.
What
Don't they do like
the
10 chapters
fuck?
an episode because of how slow the
is.
chapters are?
They covered a lot of material.
Or
in
actually,
12
no, how
episodes.
fast the chapters are because they just. The pacing in Baki is not good.
Well, when you just have a narrator like summarize all of these things while the action is happening, it goes by a lot faster.
Here, we're gonna explain for a whole chapter about how Yujiro's about to use Baki as a human nunchuck.
Oh yeah, I also forgot I got a whole bag of candy, like fucking Halloween.
Skin Baki scales above Kengan, we know how this goes.
Oh, dude, I'm so sick of fucking power scaling.
Seriously, I will never do a power scaling debate ever again.
Dude, I see monkeys typing that shit, and I'm like, alright, I'm just, ugh. I just leave.
Skin asks, Misc, what was your #1 manga this year? That's a great ass question. Probably like manga that came out this year or manga that I read this year.
Manga.
Toriko, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
It's that good, huh?
Dude, I
Ooh.
swear to God, when I got into like the last, I read like 70 chapters of Toriko in a day, like almost in one sitting. I just sat there and fucking read Toriko like all day long. It's
I
so
can't wait
fucking.
for Toriko Miscast.
Fuck, it's so good.
Well, now I have a hot air popcorn popper.
Oh, that's
Nice.
fun. That's a hoot. This is why Ban needs to keep fucking reading. He's so close.
He's so close.
Oh, as a series, I would say Kengan's better than Baki. Having not read Baki.
Well, that's
I mean,
the thing.
Baki's not bad. Manga I read
What,
this year,
7
then yeah.
times longer?
Yeah. For manga I read this year would be Toriko. For a manga that came out this year, for me, that I read, probably Sakamoto Days.
Oh,
I binged the first 22 chapters of Sakamoto Days in like a day and a half.
I mean, it's a pretty it's basically just John Wick the manga. So it's pretty fast to
If
read.
John Wick got fat and had a kid.
Yeah. The hype is that
But
good.
it's also
Skin,
hilarious.
fucking read it. Anytime someone says this, we say, just fucking read it.
Just read Toriko.
Oh, by the way, they just released an epic rap battles of history with John Wick, John McClane, and John Rambo.
That's great.
That's
I haven't watched
John-tastic.
epic rap battles of history since like 6th or 7th grade. Yeah, Zuri says Baki's a one-of-a-kind experience. Yeah, I would put, Toriko above One Piece, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Listen, there were sections of One Piece that made me feel the way I did when reading Toriko. But for Toriko, it was almost the entirety of the fucking series. At least the highs of the series. And by highs, I mean like, hey, here's a 10 to 30 chapter long sequence of chapters that's gonna make you feel like you're gonna have a fucking heart attack.
God, 4 beasts. But
Skin
Toriko,
says,
why?
didn't you read Toriko, One Piece, and Sakamoto Days this year? Oh, anime. Oh, I haven't watched shit for anime this year. You said #1 manga, you dumb motherfucker. You said, Miss,
Oh,
what was
yeah.
your #1 manga this year? Oh, are you talking about the anime for Toriko? Yeah, the anime for Toriko is dog shit. It was back when Toei was doing fucking Dressrosa or something. I have never touched the Toriko anime, and I never intend to. You got your dad a katana for Christmas? Very cool. My dad won his katanas like fucking 25 years ago or something.
How did he win it?
He did professional kickboxing.
Ah. Your dad
Have
sounds
we
like
have we
Mike
ever
Nicole.
talked about Big Misc at length on stream before? I feel like I have a while ago.
A while ago, probably.
And
Not
yeah, it was a
recently.
while ago. I think I talked about him and his various escapades. As one of his coworkers years ago said, with the amount of shit he has stories about him doing throughout his life, you would think he was like 300 years old. Yes, Skin, I gathered that. Listen, I'm not... My reading comprehension is not the best right now. Yeah, the Toriko anime is cringe. It's bad. Announcements!
Yeah.
Yay!
What?
Oh no, I didn't want to. I hope he doesn't see this till after the stream. Too late!
Haha.
What?
The
Foolish.
announcement art.
Well, thank fucking God for that. Jesus fucking Christ. I was gonna have a stroke if I didn't get that. Alright, is this winnable? Let's find out.
Nice Christmas art. I love it. This is great. This is excellent. People in the Discord server, go appreciate Clover's art in the goddamn announcements channel. Did Fungus change the? He changed the color of his profile picture. That's gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, now I
He changed it from red to pink. It's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, just for this server though apparently.
Just gonna
Because
take a
the
nap.
actual profile
It's
still is
only
red.
10:18 here. I'm not tired. I go to sleep at like 1:30 in the morning. But
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have to piss. I do kind of have to piss. I've been trying to use
Discord.
this. I've been trying to use my Cthulhu goblet as much as possible because it's great. The interior seems to be stainless steel, by the way, so it doesn't really.
I'm sorry,
seem to
did
get
you
dirty.
just say I have to piss? I've been trying to use my goblet as much as I can.
No, that was two separate sentences because
You shouldn't say those two sentences so close
yeah,
together.
I've been drinking a lot today because I've been trying to use this goblet as much as possible. I've been
Drinking your own piss? Bear
drinking
Grylls?
basically almost anything I've drank today has been out of this goblet. The only issue with it is that it's smaller than like a normal. Actually, I think this may be about the same capacity as a normal mug. Whatever. It's nice. I'm drinking out of this exclusively now because I like novelty shit. I love novelty shit. If you guys are on the Discord server, you know that a few months ago, I went. We were looking for clothes before going up north, so naturally we went to like Goodwill and Salvation Army, because like why the fuck would we spend like $100 on winter clothes we will use once, maybe twice? And while we were at Goodwill, I saw this giant mug that says like Home Sweet Home or something. I mean, the mug is like bigger than my fucking head, and I'm like, oh my god. Clover was there too, so we were both like, oh my god, I have to buy that. I have to use this comically large mug. I must have it. So I bought it. And I've used it like 3 times. It's not very practical because if you want to fill it up to any extent, you have to put like a bunch of shit in there. So like we made hot chocolate today. Clover and I were having hot chocolate. We had to put in like 3 fucking packets of hot chocolate in there to get it up like 2/3 of the way. It was absurd.
Jesus.
But it's great because it's a novelty thing. I will never buy sets of silverware or whatever. I will buy novelty shit. When I get a knife, if you guys watch like fucking Wilderness Cooking or whatever, I want a big, absurd knife like that guy that I'll use for cooking. I'm not buying fucking utensil sets. I'm getting novelty shit that works.
Someone's gonna go into your house one day and think you're a warlock.
You know what? That's the impression I would want to give. Warlocks are cool.
Unless you've seen that trilogy of movies.
I don't think I know what you're
called
talking about.
Warlock.
Well, if I've never heard about it, that can't be good.
You watch Brandon's cult movie reviews?
That sounds familiar. I may have watched them
Brennan
once or
Pendle.
twice.
He's probably my favorite person that reviews Godzilla movies. He does mainly like horror movies and cult films.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Skin. The anime did wrap up this year, so I guess JJK had the best anime this year. Though Demon Slayer Season 2... Are we getting an episode tomorrow? I haven't seen anything about the next episode. Because I think the fight's actually supposed to start next episode. Which is great, because the Red Light District fight is fucking awesome.
Fuck, I still need to watch the new season. Hell, I still need to watch Infinity Train.
Because, okay, it seems like they're not counting the TV adaptation of Infinity Train as part of the season. Because ever since they started Red Light District, they called it up.
That reminds me of Dragon Ball Super, what they did.
Oh, what they do in Dragon Ball Super.
They just
Sweet.
readapted Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, but made them longer for the first parts of the anime.
Let's see if Clover will say something cringe and make the whole server throw up.
Like that.
Yeah, like
We'll
just
have it
like
all
that, a
wrong.
big hurl.
Oh, speaking of throwing up, actually, because
That's-
Christmas, that's an excuse to get really fucking drunk, right?
No,
So
you
from-
cannot spoil No Way Home. There are definitely people here that haven't watched it. Griever.
So
I
from
mostly
like
mean
Watch
Griever.
that movie someday.
You'll what?
7
Listen, if you haven't seen it in theaters by now, just fucking pirate it. I mean, find a place you can watch it in the comfort of your own home.
Pirate it.
Yeah. Yeah, in the comfort of your own home, of course.
I want to
No.
talk about that movie soon.
I do listen, as soon as Griever finally gets around to watching it, we'll talk about it. We'll do a stream talking
Also,
about it.
Encanto is now on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I know. Clover wants to watch it with me, so I gotta watch it at some
I
point.
watched it.
I heard it was very
You
good.
should have subtitles on.
That's fine. I think I usually watch shit with subtitles now. It just makes listening easier. That's how you can tell.
There's 2.5 songs in Spanish.
Oh, right, I forgot. Disney musicals.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda did 4 movies this year.
Damn, that's crazy.
In the Heights, Tick Tick Boom. Oh wait, no. West Side Story, Encanto. He did. I don't know if he did Tick Tick Boom or West Side Story.
Hey, since this topic just came up in art and media, shout out to everyone who hates drawing backgrounds. Kubo, we see you. Understand.
A lot of people still don't know if the fucking last arc of Bleach took place during the day or night time because of that.
Well, anime is making it look like it's night. I don't know.
I mean, didn't it take place over a course of like 6 days or something?
It took,
So it would
yeah,
have been both.
like 6 days. Also, yes, because Griever's here. I know Kubo does it for artistic purposes because the characters are more important than where things are happening. But also, I hate drawing backgrounds. It's not fun. I don't like drawing backgrounds. I don't like having to deal with the fucking perspective shit and drawing shapes. I like drawing characters.
I agree.
That's why I don't hold it against Ban for only doing backgrounds now that he only has now that he has like a week break between chapters. Because drawing backgrounds is a pain in the fucking ass if you're not great at it, and or if you don't like doing it. I find no personal enjoyment in drawing backgrounds. I like drawing characters doing shit. I don't like drawing where things happen, unless it's really important. Also, environmental consistency is hard. It's fucking hard to draw an environment and then have it be consistent in the background.
Mm.
Like, if the characters don't move at all between panels or whatever, I have to draw it, like, exactly the same, or I have to think of how it looks from different angles, and it sounds like a pain in the ass.
I mean,
Indubitably, yeah, fuck backgrounds. All my homies hate backgrounds. This is why we leave it up to the manga artists to draw those. You know, the ones that we read, not those of us who are manga artists, like Band. Because in Band's case, I'm like, yeah. I mean, the backgrounds have gotten better. And by that, I mean, like, he's actually drawing backgrounds now, and they look pretty good. Well, people in chat, because I see there's 12 people watching this, what did you guys get for Christmas? I'm curious.
Speaking of backgrounds, I actually got the second box set of Bleach volumes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, right, you were saying something about Christmas being an excuse to get drunk. I know you're Scottish, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, okay that. So my older sister, right?
Ah, shit, I bonked the mic. That's gonna blow some people's eardrums out.
At like 8:30 this morning,
Uh-huh.
when she came downstairs, first thing she did, pour herself a drink.
Half to
Like,
8,
come
is that
down-
how you guys say, like, 8:30?
Yeah, 8:30. It's like after we had our presents and that. First thing she did was pour a drink. I go back upstairs for a bit, come down at like 10, I think, on the floor, passed out. I'll go back to my room. The next thing I know, next time I come out, right, she's in the fucking bathroom at the toilet bowl.
Have I ever
'Cause
told
she
you
might
guys
throw
that
up.
my sister... I don't think she's drank in a while, but like a year or two ago when my sister would have like a big social gatherings or whatever, have like fucking 5 people over the house or something, oh, she would drink. Oh my goodness, would she drink. They would be like out on the patio and they would be incoherent. There's nothing worse than a house full of drunk children, okay? I was awoken at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning by the sound of a fucking glass shattering outside my room. That was not pleasant. I remember
Yeah, it sounds scary.
like yelling at my sister, if I walk out of my room this morning and I get pieces of glass stuck in my foot, I'm gonna fucking kill you. If I get lacerations on the bottom of my feet because your drunk ass couldn't hold a fucking glass in the middle of the night, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Damn, face.
Of course you would say that, views.
She's also gotten piss yourself drunk. Like, literally. Got up in, like, the
Oh.
middle of the night, too drunk to go to the bathroom.
Jesus.
And it's funny. It's really hilarious because there have been multiple times, like, way later, where my parents will be looking at their alcohol and they'll be like, hey, where did this go? And my sister will be like, what do you mean? You drank it. It was like that already.
It went in the stomach.
When my
Classic
sister
gaslighting.
still came over my mom's house sometimes, because she doesn't come over here at all, because they don't... I mean, they get along fine now, but their personalities are way too opposing for them to, like, live with each other. She would bring, like, friends from school over all the time, and one time, she came into the house after school, and she was there with, like, one of her friends and, like, these 2 dudes. And I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And then as they were leaving, not that long later, one of them went into the freezer, fucking opened up the bottle of vodka in there, and then just chugged it, and then put it back in the freezer. And I was like, what the fuck?
That sounds odd.
Gonna ask Misc, what did you get for Christmas? I talked about it earlier. I got a copy of Halo Infinite. I got the new headset that I'm using right now, that I plan on using regardless of whether or not I'm a bit quieter. We'll figure out a way to work with it. I plan on using this thing since I asked for it. I got a bunch of gift cards. I got some new sketchbooks that I'm probably going to skip over shit to get to sooner than originally planned. I got a new dice set. I got this wonderful Cthulhu Lovecraft goblet thing that I will now use to drink everything. And I got this little Zen garden thing that's absolutely adorable. Skin, what are you saying what the fuck at? Griever got a cordless drill and driver set for the house. Bailey's a couple anime poster things. Hickory Farms food. Reaper hot sauce, a Christmas candle, and a Dallas Cowboys sweater. Sounds nice.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like gift cards are the ultimate gift.
Gift cards are great because you don't have to worry about getting something you don't really want. My sister wanted a fucking truck for
Truck, of
Christmas,
course.
and my mom's like, I'm not getting you a fucking truck. So
I
she
would've
got her
gave
some
her a
other
fucking
stuff.
toy truck,
She got her
bro.
some other stuff. Oh, my dad should have done that. That would have been so fucking
If somebody
funny.
has the audacity to ask for a fucking truck, I would get them a fucking Hot Wheels car.
Oh, that is a power move right there, and that's what you should do.
No, I'm not giving you a fucking truck, you fucking idiot. Here's a Hot
You
Wheels.
dumb fucking child.
I want my annoying. From what I've heard, your sister.
Oh,
if
the dude
she-
that drank the vodka.
let's
Yeah,
see.
that was wild. Well, what would happen
In
was back
theory.
then my sister would come over with her friend after school all the time, and they would eat like all the food in the house. So my mom kept being like, "Where the fuck is all the food going?" And my sister would just say, "Well, I'm really hungry when I get home from school." Well, now that that doesn't happen anymore, all the food is mine because my mom doesn't eat much. That's
How
not me
old is your
stealing the food. She doesn't eat that much. She's one of those people.
How old is your sister?
She is gonna be 17 in January.
But you were talking about her drinking with her friends?
Ace, are you aware of the concept of underage drinking?
People drinking? Crazy.
Oh my god! Trust me,
Damn.
myself and Clover are some of the few people you will meet who have not done drinking under the legal age in this area.
So, I guess you just never snitched on her.
You're right, I didn't. Hopefully no one
I
can
hope your
hear
mom
me.
doesn't watch these videos then.
No, she doesn't. None of my family members know what my YouTube channel is. That's embarrassing.
Pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. But no, hopefully she doesn't hear me. I know I talk loud, so that'd be a little awkward.
Hmm. Oh well, her fault for being silly then.
I used my new thing.
A little drunk driving never hurt anybody.
We do a little prison. What can I say?
Yeah,
I sent a
we do
picture in chat.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
that's
have a
let's see.
look. Let's see here. Oh, very cool. I've always wanted to try the pan-popped popcorn. You know, like the fucking tinfoil thing that they have in the cartoons and stuff, where it gets all big.
Well, this is popped by hot air.
That's pretty cool. Damn, no, I
And
kinda
I'm going
want
to
some
spray
popcorn.
flavoring on it.
Well, that's pretty based and epic. I kind of want popcorn now. Shit. Late night start. Is this good? No. This will probably
Maybe.
contribute to my fucking Polish stomach. I've noticed that the men in my family, actually specifically my grandfather and my dad, all develop a gut. They'll have a big belly. And at this rate, I'm gonna get one as well.
Complete workout.
Yeah, I know. There's an exercise bike in my garage. I'll just use that to do cardio every day.
Yeah, you know, you can, and then you have the strongest Floridian.
Shiv says, a Florida man who actually followed the law. Good job, Misc. Okay, you see, here's the deal. Do you want to know why I never fucking break the law or broke the rule? Well, you know, try not to break the rules at, like, home or school? Because I don't like being in trouble for things, so I just don't do shit that would get me in trouble. I know, this is a very foreign concept to some people.
It's false logic, though.
Not wanting to be in trouble is the main reason most people don't break laws.
Yep. Hey, Band, how you doing?
That's really the only reason laws exist.
Band, did you get anything for Christmas?
I did not. I'm not the person that gets stuff. I give it no.
Well, did you see any of your family? I understand some people haven't been able to get around for the holidays.
Not really, no.
Well, that sucks.
It is what it is. I'm not really tripping about it.
It's now. This
Why
is
does
still
Logan
funny.
of God have
Oh, because he's being an inspirational guy. That's why he's being inspirational. He's giving people encouragement.
I'm right.
I had to buy it. It gives us your two.
Fortunately,
my wallet
unlike
hurts,
Griever, I
you know?
do have popcorn in my house. I just think it's awkward to make popcorn at 10:30 at night. It will be later than 10:30 when I make the popcorn, so it's gonna be even more awkward. I eat
No,
late
it's
night,
just
like
2
at my
minutes to
dad's
make this
house. I eat late night ramen, not regularly anymore. I eat it less now, but I still eat it. Whereas when I make shit like late night here, I feel like I'm being judged by my mother, which is strange because she eats food in the middle of the night too. I think I've taken up the habit from her. 'Cause she gets up like fucking 3 times a night at least and goes and has a snack in the kitchen.
Yeah, but Miss,
Here's
she's
what you
a
need.
lost cause. She has to judge you.
Oh yeah, that's true. Skin says, Misc, what if your family gave you some manga for Christmas? They would think it's cringe. Well, I also got my dad a BB gun, mainly just so I could just play with it myself. High IQ plays.
I got my
I
brother a
mean,
dash
I don't
cam 'cause he
know. I
drives
think,
like a monkey.
did Neo get manga? I don't think Neo's family got him manga. They just gave him money, and he's using it to buy manga.
That is the dream.
I don't think my
Oh
parents...
shit, I forgot I have toothpicks.
I don't think my family even knows what manga is. I just tell them that I do shit about comics.
I remember the day I found out what manga is.
I think I found out about anime through Filthy Frank. Not a great introduction. A very funny one, though.
I still own my very first manga. I have it on the shelf.
I have my very first manga here in my drawer. It's Chainsaw Man Volume 3. Then I have my second one, Hell's Paradise Volume 1, which I still haven't... I mean, I've read Hell's Paradise, but I haven't read through my physical volume yet. I plan on using it for art references.
Back in summer of 2006, I was at the Kroger, and I saw an issue of Shonen Jump with Naruto on the cover. And I watched anime, but I'd never read manga.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I bought it, and I took it to the family gathering, and then I taught myself how to read backwards in black and white comics in 2 days.
I recall getting used to black and white manga was strange, but now
I was in
now it's
6th
whatever.
grade, I think.
Listen, I understand why most manga's in black and white. Going back to color shit is difficult. I only bother doing it for like half of this shit now. Well, Griever, it depends on what someone's perception of manga is. Like, if your wife's perception of manga is just, oh, it's comics from Japan, then it's normal. If people think manga and anime is like weird shit, then it becomes cringe.
True. Any
Well-
Boku no Pico fans, right?
Oh, that's such an old meme.
Don't say that. Don't
Such
say
an
the
old
curse
meme.
words.
I already said
Shiv says my mom just threatens to take away anime and manga from me. Don't know when I should break it to her. What? What? I don't tell my parents because I think manga's weird anyways. Yeah, no, I feel like my dad would just be like, whatever. I just wouldn't explain it in depth to him or anything. But my mom's the type of person where when she sees any type of media that has the slightest degree of creativity, she's like, what were they smoking when they thought of this?
Good stuff.
No,
I
but,
remember I
like,
was playing
manga's got
Dark Souls.
degeneracy.
I remember I was going through Dark Souls. I was playing it one time, and then we were going through the intro cutscene, and she was like, what the fuck were they on when they thought of this? And I'm like, I don't know, probably something that makes them come up with good ideas.
Oh yeah, Steven Spielberg made the remake of West Side Story.
Oh. I don't care about musicals, so I don't care about the West Side Story remake.
The only reason I'm interested in Tick Tick Boom is because it stars Andrew Garfield.
Oh, that's fair.
It's a musical it's a musical biopic about the guy who made the musical Rent.
The only knowledge I have of the musical Rent is that they did a performance of it at my school.
Huh.
That yodel dodge.
Why do they think manga's weird? Because it's backwards? Because it's Japanese? I remember when I was at the store looking for Christmas gifts for Clover, we were looking at some stuff, and they had a few of these other plushy things, because I got her like the fucking Pusheen cat, and they had a few other things there. And she was like, ah, this is neat, and then she saw like the labels, and she's like, ah, it's Japanese, I don't want to get it. And I'm like, why? And she's like, I just think the Japanese stuff is weird or something.
Someone who reads who just goes on manga sites and reads the random shit they have, like just translated. Like it doesn't matter. I'll just fucking pick one, read it. Anime's fucking cringe. Or manga's cringe. It's fucking weird. Japanese are degenerate.
Listen, if something is popular in the States for non-pornographic reasons, it's probably because it's one of the less weird things they have.
Oh yeah. Another thing about the first time I read manga, I didn't know that it was like a year ahead of the anime usually. And the first like chapter of manga I ever read was the first time Naruto starts getting trained by Jiraiya. And I was like, who's this dude? He looks like he's in his 20s and a bit older than Naruto. Because I had no idea who Jiraiya was. And without the big mole on his nose and the slight wrinkles, you can't tell he's super old.
I think the first manga I actually read, didn't watch an MMV for, was Demon Slayer. It was either Demon Slayer or Ragnarok that I read through first. So that was a while ago. That was like more than 2 years ago.
I didn't even have home internet on a long-term basis until I was already graduated from high school. So I was like one of those people who, even in like 9th grade, getting a glimpse of the Bleach manga ahead of the anime that was airing on TV was like, oh, he's transformed. Oh my god, it looks so cool. I can't wait a year to see this in the TV show. I don't know any of the context.
Yeah.
Bleach was good.
Bleach is a good series. I'm very excited for its return in 10 months actually.
10 months.
10,
Fucking
yeah.
hell. Well, at least Chainsaw Man's back in early summer, so we have to wait, what, like barely 6 months? Not bad.
By the way, I watched the Medi video on Aki from Chainsaw Man.
I haven't gotten around to that one yet. I hope it's good, since Aki's probably the best written character in Chainsaw.
I knew almost nothing about him before I watched that video, and now I'm sad.
I think Griever should watch that one. Because well, not for any particular reason. Griever he hasn't read Chainsaw Man, doesn't really give a shit about it. I think Aki is the best version of the edgy Sasuke Duratagonist. Or is it Deuteragonist? I don't know, the supporting main character.
I think it's Deuteragonist.
Deuteragonist.
Yes.
I think he's the best
Did
version
you know,
of that. I have not seen a better version.
One too.
What is it?
Tritagonist.
Oh, who would have known? Anyone that studies the English language would know.
Mr. Newteragonist.
I mean, you wouldn't know the actual, like, exact word, but you would guess it probably has tri in it.
I wonder if there's a quadragonist.
I wonder if when the Chainsaw Man anime and manga comes back, people will actually go back and watch the character videos I did, because they did all right, but none of them broke 1,000.
Oh my god,
if there's any manga
something.
character I can call a quadragonist, it's probably Leorio.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, though he doesn't get nearly enough screen time. Skin, I would say that Megumi is not meant to be that edgy and angsty. He's just kind of the serious member of the group. Like, he's a little bit edgier, yeah. I think that's the case. But, like, Aki's introduction is straight up, yeah, this is the edgy black-haired guy for the trio. Like, that's his introduction, basically. Not exactly, but when you meet him, that's the impression. He's the serious, angsty, black-haired deuteragonist.
Aren't we going to have Bleach and Chainsaw Man airing at the same time?
Oh, yeah, I guess, oh, that'll be fun. We're probably
that's
gonna,
gonna
oh
be
my
good
god,
times.
I can't fucking wait to be able to talk about anime episodes at the end of manga reviews again. That was
By
a
the way,
lot
they're
of fun.
adapting Fire Punch, the series that came out before Chainsaw Man.
Maybe
they are?
I'll actually go through Fire Punch now. I don't know. I've seen a
It's
few
more
things from Fire Punch
controversial
that are
than
interesting.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, because he didn't have the fucking Shonen Jump editors telling him what to do, so he just did a bunch of insane bullshit. Just insane, random, over-the-top shit. I've heard,
Oh, yeah.
and Fuse here can testify because he's read it, when people read Fire Punch, they either think it's peak fiction or they think it's total dog shit. There is very little in between.
Oh, yeah, speaking of peak fiction, look in the Chainsaw Man chat for something
For the
interesting.
M&M Makima that makes me want to die.
Yeah. Look at
Yeah,
more.
I
kill.
didn't like it.
A little strange. I
Thanks
feel like
very
I've seen a version of that where she has fancy sneakers. Expensive sneakers. Actually, wait, I think it may have been an Among Us joke. Griever,
you're
it's
good with
actually
Watercase.
funny, the main girl of the trio, everyone thought she had pink hair, but it turns out she's just blonde. But everyone draws her with pink hair. So it's actually like, what if the Naruto cast was actually entertaining and good characters? You know, the main trio. Yeah, I still need to read Kenshin and Shaman. Fuck, I have a lot of shit I need to read. Listen, I've been taking a break from reading new stuff ever since, at some point when reading One Piece, I suddenly regained my desire to work on my comic, which I'm never publishing anywhere. It's just something that I draw because I like it. I'm not very good at it. I plan on, the next step of my art style, I originally based, when I decided to stop just drawing stick figures and actually, like, draw shit, I started off basing it off Hollow Knight, because I like the Hollow Knight art style, like the very basic amounts of the Hollow Knight art style. I based it off that, and I've developed on that for about 2 years now. The next step, when we start getting into some more detailed, semi-realistic stuff, is the art style for the Boxer. Because it's a pretty simple and solid art style in terms of, like, you know, normal-looking characters.
So, you like martial arts manga?
Martial arts manga are pretty good, yeah.
Do you like fan service?
In mild amounts, you know. Keep it in mediation. I can't understand what you're saying. Your mic quality just got kind of bad. No, Skin, I haven't read Naruto. I don't have any particular plans to. By the way, we've got 17 viewers and only 12 likes. If you're in here and you haven't already, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Can I finish Berserk? Yes, that's the next thing I plan on doing is finishing Berserk. I plan on finishing Berserk, then I need to go back and finish Dorohedoro, because I stopped reading that like a year ago for some reason. I was really enjoying it, and then I just stopped reading it, so I need to go back to that. And then probably Shaman King, because I read like the first few chapters of that already. So I gotta do Shaman King.
Shaman King has like 4 spin-off sequels.
I've heard as much. I don't know if they were sequels, but I've heard it's got a decent number of spin-offs.
One of them is about their son.
I'm not gonna ask whose, but okay. Because I don't need the spoilers. I don't need spoilers, Ace.
But, I was gonna say, you like long-form storytelling with ensemble casts.
By that, do you mean a big cast?
I mean, a cast of recurring characters that get the focus outside the protagonist.
Oh yes, I do like those.
Then I have the perfect series for you to read.
What would that be?
And watch the anime for with the OVAs.
Oh boy, an anime with OVAs? What would that be?
Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple.
I've heard that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's got like 536 chapters, 50 anime episodes, and 12 OVAs to take place after the anime.
Jesus Christ. Skin says, what's a mild amount of fan service, Misc? When you... Oh, okay. We have designated beach episode, fucking hot spring chapter episodes, alright? You're not just throwing at my face every time a fucking character's on screen.
Kenichi has a lot of fan service. Like, you can see half the nipples a lot of the time.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, as long as we don't have entire characters dedicated to having giant bouncing tits that cover half the screen, like every time they show up, that's a bit much for me. That gets a bit excessive.
What if I told you the Deuteragonist fills that role, but they're also a major badass with a lot of depth?
Alright, that's fine then. What I'm saying is, like, fucking, Black Clover has decent fan service.
Kenichi's probably the only series I know where the female lead can kick the male lead's ass for a long time in the story.
That's a pretty good sign. I mean, that's cool. Having... Okay, it's really good when the main female lead is actually strong. I do that.
Oh yeah.
I have that
She
going
never, like,
on. The main lead is
She never
actually
falls
strong.
off or anything.
Actually, the current problem is the main character is the weakest member of the main party, but we'll work on that. He's gonna work on that, don't you worry. People who have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't care if they're strong or not. I just don't want them to be fucking Sakura tier of useless.
Yeah, don't... You gotta make your characters useful in some regard, even if it's not in direct combat. Have a character that's really good at planning and stuff. Like, their can win any battle. That's useful.
So, one of the most important supporting characters is a boxer.
That's a good sign. Actually, I'll sell the boxer for some people. So the boxer does the One Punch Man thing where the main character is really overpowered. However, at least half the actually more than half the series is not focused on the main character. It's focused on the people that he's fighting. Every time we go into a fight, the person he's fighting basically becomes the main character.
I got that impression after watching videos of 4 of his fights.
Yeah, basically.
Also, is his coach like evil or something?
He's not a good person.
Oh, doesn't sound nice if they're not a good person.
They established that relatively early that he's not a great person.
It's not the
Or-
first series I've seen that does it, but it is a cool trick when you have an overpowered protagonist to make the people sort of root for the person fighting the protagonist.
Oh, you do it so hard in the second major fight. Oh my god, do you do it?
I don't even care, bro. I still root for the protagonist. I don't care how sad the backstory was. Every time, I'm like, I want you to kick this guy's fucking ass.
Also, I
Uh-huh.
have yet to see a single panel of the main character smiling.
That's important. That's why you need to read it. Because, oh, we have this edgy, emotionless protagonist. Yes. However, they provide actual in-depth reasoning for that. They actually explore elements of his character. I know, this is crazy. We never do this. In-depth exploration of why are you such a fucking mood killer, dude? Jesus. Oh, that's pretty nice. I can't
Here we
lie.
go. I binged the entire 75 episode first season of Hajime no Ippo.
Wow. Alright, I need to read... Okay, that'll be later on from now. In the distant future, after I've read Kingdom at some point. We're gonna read
tried.
Ippo. We're gonna read...
Kingdom, bro.
Listen. Either when I catch up with Kingdom, or if I try to read Kingdom and I can't get into it, I'm reading Hajime no Ippo.
It's 200 chapters longer than One Piece.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that.
I was like reading
That's why
a
it's-
little bit of Kingdom. I wanted to die.
That's
I'm
why
like,
it's after everything else, Ace. 'Cause it's fucking gigantic.
Well, you should definitely watch the anime and then just pick up where that leaves off from the manga.
Oh, okay. It's one of those.
Like I
Gotcha.
said, you can watch the entire first season of the anime on YouTube for free in English.
Yeah, Skin, that one chapter is fan service, but not because it's like, oh boy, the characters are naked. But it's not really sexualized at all, at least not in a romantic way. It's also focusing on a character being traumatized, so...
What?
Have you read Chainsaw Man?
No, just seeing out of
sexual-based trauma.
Okay,
I
there's
just
a
seen out
character...
of context things from it.
There is a character who gets traumatized at one point and basically needs the other main character to pretty much do everything for them.
Oh, I know about that happening. Yeah.
Skin says, Misc, when do you plan on reading Monster? I don't know. I know I gotta read it at some point.
Monster has been voted as the best, most faithful anime adaptation ever made.
Okay, I may watch it then.
Like, not a single person has ever claimed the Monster manga is better than the anime.
That's a good sign. That's a real good sign.
Yeah, you should read Monster.
Then.
Trust me.
I actually watched a video, like, rating every series written by that author, and most of them are considered at least 7 out of 10 minimum.
Still gotta
Oh no,
finish it,
but yeah,
I'm
to
like
answer
over
your
more than
question
half
from
of it.
earlier a little more in depth because I don't care that much about spoilers. Effectively, in terms of his role in the story, yes, the main character's active mentor is effectively the main antagonist.
It
Hey,
seems
I'll
like
teach
it's
you the advance.
He is a very... He's kind of an indirect antagonist, and that he doesn't get in the way of the main character.
every time he's on screen from the videos I saw, he's just grinning madly with full of malice.
Because he loves violence.
At one point, he's crying out of
he
joy, I think.
he loves when people beat the fucking shit out of another person because it asserts their superiority over the other person.
Oh,
Seems
dear.
like boxing fans in general to me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but there's a certain limit to that.
There's a certain limit to the point where you're like, people should just kill each other because they can.
By the way, does the main character just kill people?
Somehow he has not.
Mm.
I think I saw him, like, cave in a guy's chest.
No,
Hey, you read
he
Kengan,
didn't.
don't
Yeah,
you?
you've
Yeah,
read
you
Kengan.
read
People survive
Kengan,
that all
bro.
the time.
Yeah,
You-
people,
No,
like,
he-
that's normal.
When people get punched in the face by him, it looks like their head has been blown off, but that's just
No, I know
extreme
I
impact.
know that's a part trick. I mean, like, actual punched in the heart.
He survives that.
Oh, cool.
Not in
seems
a
like-
good state, but he survives that.
Sadly, I started off my random like hour of MMVs with what was probably the hardest fight in the series so far.
Yes, it's sounding like you did, yeah, because that's the one that's been built up to since like chapter 10.
And then everyone after that was just total domination.
Yeah, well the deal with that is that's the one guy that could probably hold a candle to the main character. That's why it's like an
My
actual
first thought
fight.
when I saw that was, are there not weight classes in this world?
No, the idea is the main character keeps going up through the weight classes.
Yeah, just like an Ippo with Takamura.
Yeah, he's like Carlos.
I noticed, like, when does he get buff?
Yeah, they show it off a little bit. The most notable transformation is when he goes from middleweight to cruiserweight. Like, he gets fucking big.
I think boxing has too many weight classes.
What are I mean, they only focus on, like, 5 of them, but there are, what, 8, 9?
There's 14.
What the fuck?
Each weight class only lets you stay within a 4 to 6 pound limit.
What are... Hold on, Google. What are the boxing weight classes?
They come up with some silly-ass names.
Okay, we've got... Can we get them in 17? Olympic-style amateur boxing has 17 weight divisions. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, now...
Yep.
Alright, on Wikipedia,
That's why the weighting is
octuple
such
champion.
a big deal.
Different weight classes. How many weight classes are there?
I still lose this? Holy shit.
Okay, I'm not getting a clear answer. It seems like different boxing groups have... What are the boxing weight divisions? Quora, tell me. You send me emails of random bullshit every fucking day. Okay, we have... Flyweight, bantamweight, bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, light middleweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and heavyweight. I've also seen something called a super heavyweight. This seems a bit excessive.
Once you get up past, like, I don't know what it is, maybe like 200 pounds, you're just all grouped together normally.
Yeah, well, after a certain weight, your actual proficiency as a fighter does not really increase. It's just harder for people below you to hurt you.
But, unless you believe the realist, Carlos Medel.
The realist who can ignore
Yeah.
weight classes and his original character
I'm surprised you
concept.
wouldn't know this as a fan of a series called The Boxer.
What specifically?
Yeah, but, like, the weight classes and all that.
Oh no, I know about the weight classes. I just didn't know how many there are, because there are a few that they skip over. They only focus on 5, so I didn't know exactly how many there are. I know they skip over like at least 2 or 3. Because there are only well, what's the reasoning they get? Like they was like weight for weight. There are only 5 world champions that are actually notable.
they didn't skip. Okay, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, they skipped them story-wise, but he still got the.
Oh yeah, he goes through them. He goes through the divisions. That's basically like extra time added onto the time skip. Because, you know, all of the weight divisions are doing shit at the same time, so there's like a year between each arc.
So, the majority of fights in Hajime no Ippo are between featherweight fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're considered the most balanced between power and nimbleness.
Fascinating.
And the fights last a while, usually.
That's quite interesting.
The biggest... I don't even know if I'd call him an antagonist, because he's not a bad dude, he's not even mean. But the biggest quote-unquote goal in the series is the World Featherweight Champion, who is also a Mexican guy.
Oh, that's cool. I feel like I saw some people saying that Carlos seemed to be based on him.
Well, they're both based on a real guy.
Yeah, I would imagine. I have to piss more now?
Yeah,
I kind of want that
goes
popcorn.
over, like, all the basics of boxing.
That sounds pretty cool.
You learn it with him, because he knows nothing at the start.
The funny
he doesn't
thing...
even know how to throw a punch at the start.
The funny thing about the Boxer is that its strongest suit is actually like the character writing. It has really good character writing and writing in general, to be honest. It's a philosophical series, if you would believe it.
Like the Boxer.
it's got a formula to it. It doesn't like really go off of that formula, but it's really good at the formula.
It's like,
that
oh
they
boy,
have.
we're going into the new weight division. Time to learn about the new person who's getting their
Yeah.
shit pushed in.
There's no curveball, but it's fine.
Like
Yeah.
the boxer in EPO, the whole series up to a certain point follows the formula of here's like 3 episodes to get to know who the next opponent will be and either make you like him or make you hate him, and then how we're going to learn a new training method to build up for that fight, and then there's the fight itself.
There's 2 times that they do this in the box. I mean, you know what they are. There's one where the guy's like, man, you're kind of an asshole. And then you're like, oh, wait, never mind. You're actually not that much of an asshole. Then there's another time where it's like, wow, you are a total piece of shit. And then you get your character backstory, and then you are literally praying to God, please do not kill this man. Please.
I know what you're talking about. It's fucking cool.
Ironically, the American champions in EPO are like Brian Hawk and something Eagle.
Of course,
Gee,
of course,
on
of course.
the nose, isn't it?
No, listen, when they got to the end of the fucking middleweight match, I was reading through that for the first time. You would not believe how fucking anxious and stressed out I was scrolling down through that chapter.
Oh yeah, is it one of those things where it's not pages, it's just one continuous
Because it's on
scroll?
Webtoon. It's on Webtoon, so you're scrolling down through it.
Okay, I thought it was a manhwa.
So, oh fuck. And they have the countdown timer to the end of the round where it's like if the round ends, he's safe. Nothing's going to happen to him if the round ends. Cuz then the fight's over. It's like down to the last second and it's getting so fucking close. The build up to it is so good and so stressful. The characters, you are like, please, 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 please don't kill him. Please, God, don't.
Is it a person whose name ends with T-O?
No?
Oh wait, no, that didn't...
No, not that guy.
involved
That's a
the
different
towel.
one. That one ended differently.
That involved the towel.
Yeah, that one was the one where they threw in the towel.
That was the one that made the coach cry, and I wasn't sure why.
Cause he was like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing.
Oh, I thought he was like feeling inspired by the other guy.
No, he was like, oh my
The
God.
MMVs The MMVs I watched cut out all the dialogue except for like a few flashbacks.
You see, that's not good. I don't like MMVs like that.
There's no text on the screen except when it's like the flashbacks of characters talking.
I don't care for MMVs like that. I saw at least one that was pretty good. It had sound effects and everything. Now, you gotta read it. If you want the full experience, you have to actually read The Boxer.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I saw, but it was like one of the shortest ones, sadly.
It's amazing when a series makes you root against the main character, because that's kind of the point of his character, to be honest. Is after a certain point you want him to lose. Ideally, like that's the intention of the narrative, is you want him to lose, because after a certain point it's really in his own best interest to lose.
Nah, bro, I'm an asshole.
I know you are. I wonder how you feel about the most recent fight going on.
I still love it, right? It's like, you know, I can enjoy the main character beating the shit out of everybody, no matter how sad their backstory is. But this specific next fight, I want him to lose.
Have you seen the Fast Pass chapters, or the shit that hasn't been on Webtoon yet?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty interesting. I got through that stuff first initially. When we got the first few chapters of it, I was like, I don't know. But then we get into the later portions of it when it all comes together, and I'm like, never mind, this is peak. This is great shit. This is fucking fantastic.
Is it the best fight so far, you think?
Maybe from an emotional perspective.
That's
Maybe.
what I'm looking for.
Maybe. It depends, because most
don't
of my
know if I would
consumption
put
of
out-
it has been through bad YouTube videos. So I'll have a better idea of when I get like more of the chapters that come out that I can actually like read through them with good translations. But I was not super on board with what they were doing initially until we got into the later parts and we got a better understanding of what's going on, and then when you consider Jay's character.
Dude, I'm
I
not
think of a
gonna
guy
lie,
who's
man.
like-
It takes something every week to not fucking buy those goddamn coins.
It does,
I
doesn't it?
swear to God.
Well, you know
It
what's
does.
great? You know what's great, Fuse?
Mhm.
There's a website called Manga Freak that you can go onto.
Okay. I'm definitely not typing that because, you know, that's not supposed to
Have
be
you read the
official
chapter
website.
that came out this week on
Yes, I
Webtoon?
have.
Okay, so you're
Yes.
gonna go to chapter, I think 108 on Manga Freak. Better have ad block turned on. This is one of those websites where whenever you fucking click on something, you're opening up a tab for some porn shit.
Oh, don't worry. I got that block. No,
Yeah.
You know what's probably one of the most hyped sentences to read in any anime with battles?
What would that be?
He's learning and improving in real time as he fights.
Oh, yeah, the fucking, oh god, Junior Welterweight, that had one of the best moments I've seen for that, because they used the medium. I love when webtoons use the fact that they're a webtoon to their advantage.
They
'Cause
also used that line in the Broly movie that came out recently.
See, I loved it there specifically, but like in most like manga where that happens, it's just your character's like overpowered, right? Like I was reading it was a sports manga. I think what was it called? It was called Burning Kabaddi. Have y'all like seen that?
No, I haven't
No.
heard of it.
No, it's basically this weird. It's like this Indian sport, and basically the main character like used to play soccer. He's like a prodigy at it. Now he's learning this sport, and it's like, oh my god, he's learning so fast. It's
Oh my
like-
god.
No, I don't mean like the kind of situations where it's like he instantly learns how to do something. I mean
Mhm.
when they're like getting their ass kicked and they're improving in the span of a single fight.
Oh, fuck.
No,
Oh, I
I mean-
remember how they did that with the fucking,
Yeah, but
oh,
I'm saying
shit.
the way that they did it with Yuto Takeda was specific and like it had a twist to it. The rest of it's like, okay, well this guy's
The way they
do that,
okay, they did
but-
that. They did both of those things with Yuto. Where the deal with Yuto's character, do you give a fuck about spoilers at this rate? You've seen all the big fights.
Oh hey, I just got what are the odds that I just got notified for a tweet about a boxing match in Japan?
Oh wow, Ace, do you give a fuck about spoilers? I mean, you've seen the big fights by now.
For what, the boxer?
Yeah.
I don't care. I've been avoiding mentioning their names because I thought you didn't want me to.
No, because I think there are some people in here who haven't read it, but they'll probably forget.
Yeah,
So
I
the deal
plan
with
to read it, but I'm zoned out reading Fire Punch right now.
okay, just deafen yourself right now. Okay.
No, I'm too zoned out.
Fuck. Then I'm gonna
Zoned
deafen
out.
you until we're done.
Oh fuck.
damn got him.
Oh dear.
Fuck my elbow.
Okay,
We're saying
so
it
the
to
deal with
yourself, Elliot.
Yuto's character is he has zero talent. He is a completely
I like
talentless
it.
person. He has worked
He's
his
Rock Lee,
ass
isn't he?
off day in and day out just to meet the absolute fucking bare minimum amount of skill required to be a professional boxer. And through absurd amounts of trials and tribulations, he managed to increase his own potential. Like his
I
own
love that kind of
ability as a
character
fighter.
story.
So he
I've
spent
seen those.
fuck, he spent what, like 12, maybe more than it was a while. I forget how long they said it was since he started boxing, but like well over like 15 years. And then the main character just copies all of his moves instantly and then
Oh, I
uses them
saw
to
that
beat the shit out of him.
Hilarious, bro.
It was literally like watching Akito fight Rock Lee.
It's like, oh, all of the stuff that I dedicated years of my life to learning, he just did it effortlessly on the fly.
Dude,
He was
something
able
about-
to react to him throwing a punch by throwing the exact same punch, but twice as fast.
Something about K, like in like narrating like parts of every fight, just like it has that dark side of me. Just
It's
fucking
because he's
flickering,
such
bro.
a
I love it.
psychotic asshole about it.
I
Wait,
know. It's
is
so
K the
fucking
coach?
good.
Yeah,
K is the coach.
Oh, okay.
he's
was like,
such an
"Who?"
asshole, but he's very good at narrating.
He's
And
so
then there was like
great.
the frequent flashbacks between Yuto and his coach,
Yeah.
and he keeps getting back up like Hayami, and he seems to get better and better. I don't know, just using pure instincts.
No, what happens is that he absolutely refuses to give up because in his mind, boxing is proof that regardless of the situation that you find yourself in, there's always hope that things can work out for you. And he sees himself as an example for people, so he refuses to stay down in the fight against him, even though it is straight up fucking impossible for him to beat the main character.
I got hyped when his eyes started glowing.
And then his eyes started glowing because through the absolutely absurd hardship of fighting someone who's arguably the strongest person in all of history, he starts increasing his own potential again, like to absurd levels. Like
And
his
I think it's only then when you starts like getting into his serious mode and then he punches him in the face.
Because
like
he's
5
like,
times
oh
and
fuck, oh shit. Because then Yuto displays a trait that he saw in a few other characters. This sort of light or whatever, because he has
One of the videos called it light versus despair or hope versus despair.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, because you as a person that is consumed with despair, he has basically no hope in anything. So when he sees this light in other people, he is absolutely fascinated with it and wants to see more of it. So as soon as Yuto starts showing that off, he's like, holy fucking shit, and then beats the absolute fuck out of him. Like, shatters his jaw, ends his boxing career.
Bro, dude, when I
Shouldn't
saw,
he have
when
like
I
wanted
saw
to draw
you
out
get
the
hyped
fight?
up,
No, because he got too into it. He got too excited.
So he really wasn't trying at all.
For the most part, no, to be honest.
not really.
Wait, he ended his career?
Yes, he shattered his fucking jaw.
I thought he threw in the towel. I mean,
They threw in the towel after he beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah,
In
dude,
4
honestly, like,
pages?
Okay, he basically got hit with a bunch of blows that would kill other people to the
Oh.
face in quick succession.
that man got fucking bullets.
Like,
So
what
he
was
had
it?
to
He
retire?
got punched like 4 times
he
in
had
the
to retire
face.
'cause of his
Yeah, he
injury.
retired after that. That was the end of his career.
Oh yeah, another thing about EPO. Unlike most series, it takes place over the course of a number of years in like realistic time because
I
boxing
would
matches have,
imagine
like,
also because the
3
series has
to
gone on
9
for like
months.
30 years. Yeah.
Depending on whether you win or lose, you can't get more than 2 boxing matches after like in a 4-month period.
So,
And
what
you
other
get to
stuff?
see characters develop over the course of like 5 years in the series.
What other stuff
like,
would we want to talk about for
It's
the
a
boxing?
minor character, so I don't think it's a big deal to spoil.
Yeah.
But there's a character who like gets defeated in one of the very first fights by a punch to the jaw, but he and because of that he gets a glass jaw for the future.
Mm.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
By losing so hard from a punch to the jaw, he then gains a weakness to being punched in the jaw in all of his future fights. And he starts doing so terribly that he retires and becomes a manager and gets fat.
Damn, that sucks. That kind of blows.
And there's
yeah.
also realistic dealing with punch drunk syndrome
Oh, that's interesting.
and characters retiring because in boxing in a career you get old fast. You retire fast.
Yeah, I would imagine.
My boy, you.
No,
And they
he's been
spend-
in this shit for what, like
That motherfucker
6 or
boxed
7
till
years now?
That motherfucking box till he's 80.
And then they spend long times developing, like, going up the ranks. Yeah. And then there's, like, going to the country level, and then, like, Oceania, and then, like, world level, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all very realistic, slow, standard build-up. And there's
mean,
no supernatural elements at
People
all in
must
this
be
series.
fucked up by now then.
Who?
The main character, right?
Oh yeah, he's. I won't spoil it, but yeah, he gets fucked up.
Well, I mean, considering how long the series is, I'm guessing that guy's fucked.
Yeah, like a year passes in the series in the first 12 episodes, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Jesus. Yeah, that guy's fucked.
Yeah, what else is interesting about the boxer? Oh, yeah. The interesting thing is, as you can imagine with a character who's so powerful, that him beating people leads to other people being like, I don't want to do fucking boxing anymore. I don't want to do boxing. But there's an interesting concept because, Boxer goes into actual kind of philosophical stuff about life, like what's the meaning of life and stuff. That's actually well written. And there's this interesting character who's now the relevant person going up against the main character named Jay, who is basically boxing Jesus. And I mean that in the sense that when he has fights with people, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses them. It's just something about the fight makes people feel something. It inspires them in some way. And the idea with boxing, for him at least, is that, and this is an idea that gets brought up by some other characters earlier on in the series, is that when people go into boxing, they dedicate pretty much their entire life to doing it. So when someone gets into the ring for a boxing match, that is essentially an acclamation.
Just want to let you know I haven't read those Fast Pass chapters yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is stuff they talk about before the Fast Pass chapters.
Okay. I was worried for a second.
Like when they show, like, remember the chapters that came out before they went on hiatus for like 2 months?
No,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It's just like I was worried that you might have stretched it out.
No, I'm not talking about any of it. This is all stuff that they establish in the stuff we see with the interim title match, and then stuff that's established earlier on with, like, NJ.
The gist I'm getting is that everyone's hoping that you have some sort of epiphany from fighting.
That seems to be the intent. That is what people assume is the intention of Jay.
I don't think anybody, any character feels that way. I think it's more the audience feels that way.
Or you're the audience, because that seems to be what they're building up to with the character. Because every person that's ever fought Jay, regardless of whether or not they've beaten him, feels special in some way. Something about their fight with him always feels special. So the theory from a lot of people in the audience is that by fighting Jay, you will finally feel something and have some kind of epiphany that will save him from the path that he's on into becoming, frankly,
Gene was just like, kill me, let me see it, and then his wife was like, you're dead, and then he just leaves the ring.
And then, because then he remembers, like, oh wait, I was abandoned by my dad as a child, and that fucking sucked ass.
Yeah, the thing is,
2 bites of popcorn.
I love Gene, but like I feel like the author, you can tell like that was the point where the author was like trying to like really get going and figure out what they wanted to do, because like Gene fucking flip-flopped so hard.
It's funny, actually. If you read the bonus chapters, like the hiatus chapters, he talks about how he didn't really like Gene at all until he thought of the idea of making his wife a character.
Yeah, his wife like was the last. He's like, you know what? Maybe this guy should have a wife. Maybe that'll fix this.
And then it did for the most part.
2 bites of popcorn and I bit my lip so hard it bled.
Damn. So yeah.
Like a werewolf.
Yeah.
I feel like he figured that out after he wrote that one chapter with the fucking vials of blood and shit. I feel like that was after, bro.
Nah, well, they introduced her before that, but I think he was writing into that stuff, and he's like, something's missing here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Because the author likes writing characters with depth. Even you, who seems fairly one-dimensional, is clearly not through a lot of stuff they allude to through most of the series.
So is Kay like a veteran or something?
Yeah, he's a veteran. He was in the military. He's former special forces.
Like a veteran.
He's former special forces. That's why he's such an asshole.
He likes seeing people be hurt.
Yeah, that's why he's such an asshole. He was in special forces, among other things that happened.
And he just wants to watch you hurt people because nobody will stop him.
Kay had an epiphany that, how do I put this? Kay basically has a god complex that people who are stronger than others have the power to decide whether or not other people can live. So, in theory, the strongest person in the world... True. So, in his mind, if someone is the strongest person in the world and is just completely emotionless and just does whatever, they're literally God. Because they just have the complete power to decide whether or not people live or die, which is the ultimate power in his mind.
Might is right and survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
the
much.
thing I love about Kay is that he's an antagonist and he's like he's emotionless at this point, but in the most animalistic sense, he is completely correct and not wrong.
He's
That's my
correct.
favorite
He's
part.
correct in a very animalistic sense that's completely detached from humanity.
You're correct, but you're not right.
It's
There
so
you
funny that
go.
he's correct.
There you go.
Like it's such a weird moment.
And that
because,
he's
like,
right,
you
but
can
like
argue the
he is
opposite,
correct, but people should not live the way that his ideal
yeah, no,
is.
I agree, but it feels it's
How
so
does he
great to
see
have a villain that
himself?
isn't wrong.
He
but
sees
wrong
it. He
at the
just
same
wants
time.
to see it. He wants to see it. He wants to see his ideal realized.
But how does he see himself in this scenario?
Oh, he's just another person.
He doesn't care. He just wants to see the ultimate dominance. That's
Oh,
literally
he
it.
doesn't really give much of a shit about his own life. There are a few examples of this.
Is he like, I am he who controls God, or is he like, I'm just a spectator for this show?
No.
In his mind, it's mostly being a spectator. He's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, this is so good, holy shit.
Although he still has that competitive like I want to beat I want to beat you at your own game type shit with like some of the strats he does with you because Yu's
does
so
he
powerful.
have to do any actual training for you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When he first recruited you, he had him do endurance training. He has to do training for like building up his body mass, and then when he gets ready for the
I saw like he beats up his classmates. And he's like, he's been doing endurance training for so long and nothing else.
yeah, that's after
and
beating up his
watching
classmates.
boxing videos, of
After
course.
he gets recruited, there's a 2-year time skip over which he's basically just been doing endurance training
Yeah.
and building up
And
muscle mass.
He was also watching championship fights.
Yeah, watching
That's it.
championship fights and doing endurance training. Then
I
I
remember
think
one
the
point he's like,
first
"Don't
time
copy what you saw, just memorize."
the first time we see him doing actual training is when he's preparing for the heavyweight match, because the guy he's preparing to fight is the only other person that's basically as strong as him.
Aaron,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's
how
when
many weight classes does he go through?
all of them
I
from
think
like
9.
lightweight up
I think he goes through 9.
How, what?
over the course of several years, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't seem to
Yeah.
eat much. In fact, nobody does from what I saw.
Yeah.
He just gets buffed.
We changed their
Yu's
haircuts.
Korean. He won't look any different.
Yeah.
But
There is only
Yeah.
like one character that looks older, and that's just because he changes his haircut.
ironically, in Epo, the main character, he's not the
Good
only
idea, Skin.
focal character, because we follow the journeys of a bunch of other people he meets,
Oh, cool.
including the guy who like recruited him, who's sort of like a big brother figure.
I see.
And Takamura is the one going through multiple weight classes, while the main character never changes his.
Interesting.
And we go into detail like how hard it is to do the weight thing and the weigh-in, and like how much he has to go through just to max the weight the day before the fight. Like the whole jogging, wearing trash bags under a tracksuit, and not eating for like 3 days.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And how hard it is for him until he goes up to the next weight class so he can keep a little more weight on, because naturally he's supposed to be a lot heavier.
Yes.
Dude, I remember seeing that panel. I think it was as soon as he hit like welter. What was it? What's the one before heavyweight?
Cruiserweight?
Cruiserweight. You look so fucking weird in his normal outfit with his regular haircut. It looks so unnatural because you just have him. His face is like the same, and then you just have that fucking build.
Well, because
I'm
the
just
idea
like,
with you
what
is
the
they say like his ideal weight is middleweight. His body, he
Yeah.
the build for being above a
Just
middleweight.
looks fucking weird. Like let me show. I'm gonna go find it, like the specific one.
But yeah. Anyway, once again, the deal with Jay's character is that unlike a lot of strong characters, where oh my god they're so strong, I'm filled with despair, Jay inspires people to keep going. Or it gives them whatever inspiration they need. Like when he fights Fabrizio, he realizes, oh, I see Fabrizio. I need to show off enough for you to understand that I can go and fight you. So he does. He's just that good.
Victor was such a good idea.
Victor is an amazing meme character. I've realized, why is he the only not serious character? It's because he's the one that doesn't give a shit. Everyone else, every other character had at some point where they're like, what the fuck is life about? What's the meaning of life? Victor doesn't give a shit because he's content doing what he's already doing.
By the way, you implied something happened to Aaron after the heart thing.
Oh yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
That's about it. He's not dead.
What was it?
He's in a coma.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he can come out of it and not be paralyzed, possibly.
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the hope. That's the ideal. Fuse, are you reading those fast pass chapters yet, or what?
No, I can't multitask, bro. I'm not reading and talking at the same time. No shot.
All right. Well, tell me what you think of them after you read them or whatever. What was that you just asked?
He just ends a lot of careers. So. Is he on a quest just to lose?
He's on a quest to try and figure out what the fuck am I doing. He's trying to figure out the meaning of his existence because he doesn't really see any purpose in his life.
I've seen some characters in fiction who they really just don't care about anything until they actually find a force more powerful than them, and they finally get humbled, and then they can gain a viewpoint on
Yeah,
life.
with you it's not that. The reason you decided to do boxing was because he saw another character had this, light of inspiration and purpose in their eyes while doing boxing. So he's like, okay, I want to try and find that, so I guess I'll go do boxing. And he hasn't found it yet.
After 5 years
He's seen glimpses of it. He saw a glimpse of it in Yuto, and that's why he got so excited. And then he hasn't seen it again.
And then he fucked up Yuto.
Well,
yeah,
he saw it again.
The person he saw it from originally was Jay, which is why his upcoming fight with him is so important. It's the culmination of the first chapter.
Wait, how heavy is Jay?
Jay's a middleweight. He goes back down to middleweight because Jay comes back and then.
Back down?
Yeah, because Jay says, I'm coming out of retirement, and Kay's like, alright, we're going back to middleweight. Because, well, for official reasons, it's because, that's his ideal weight class for efficiency. But it's also because I want him to beat the shit out of Jay, because Kay hates Jay.
By the way, another thing about boxing, when you change your weight class, you gotta start all over again.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, it's a whole nother fucking year or so of
the way
training.
You're phrasing it, they skip a lot of fights, but you would realistically have to fight an extra 4 to 7 people every time he goes up another weight class.
They show off them.
I mean,
it's never important, but they go through a chapter where it's just here's him beating half a dozen random guys that's not really important.
Apparently, they didn't even cover him fighting some champion.
Yeah, because when you starts professional boxing, Kay's like, yeah, these are the 5 weight class champions that are actually worth a fuck. So these are the guys we're gonna be focusing on.
And was Gene or Yuto one of them?
Gene is the lightweight champion. Yuto is the junior welterweight. Fabrizio is the middleweight, Victor is the cruiserweight, and Aaron is the heavyweight.
Yeah.
All of the other weight classes that I didn't just list did not have champions that were worth noting.
The thing I don't like is they never it's not confusing to me, but they should have specified that that Jay's in a different boxing league in general just to make it less.
Oh yeah, there's different
leagues for some people.
That's another thing.
Oh, it seemed like he had just retired for 10 years or something.
No, I'm talking. Fuck. I don't know his fucking Korean name.
Injay. You're talking about the other dude. Yo, he's in a different.
Yeah, that kid.
Yeah, he's in a. I think he's only a national boxer, right?
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay, yeah.
You
is an international boxer.
Yeah.
Injay only does national boxing. Actually, it's not clear if it's only national because he fights a guy that is clearly not Korean.
Yeah, I think what they're gonna do, because I'm pretty sure, my guess is you become a champion, in a national, and you can participate in international events, and something like that will happen.
Presumably. And don't
Probably
forget, because I kind of forgot also, Ryu exists. He's a guy.
Yeah, and to
Nope.
be honest, considering how the time works, I don't know how long he's been in fucking
Okay,
jail,
so he got sent to prison, I think, when the welterweight championship happened.
Yeah,
So
something like that.
he got 6 years in prison. I'm pretty sure the current fight that's happening right now is 6 years after the Yuto fight. So he should be getting out of prison after this is over.
Dude, I wish they just gave us markers. Like, nobody ages, right? So just give us a fucking number, man.
Give
Please.
us
So,
a
yeah,
number. What's the number?
In Epo, their equivalent of Carlos Medel is named Ricardo Martinez.
Oh, that's perfect.
And he has won 69 fights. 65 by KO.
Oh, that's good.
And also, you know how there's like 2 or 3 different boxing organizations who have completely different championships?
Uh-huh.
A lot of people in the series, like, it's said that a number of people refuse to even join the more popular organization of boxing just because they know that once they get up to the world level, they know they can't beat Ricardo, so they go to the other organization entirely.
I feel like that's something, I can't believe they haven't brought that up in the Boxer, where like after a while of the dude just steamrolling champions, you would think people would just stop agreeing to matches with him.
Yeah, Ricardo's thing, like, the only person he says can even be a decent sparring partner is like the number 2 in the world behind him, and he's already beaten him like 2 or 3 times.
Damn. Oh, Skin says the idea of questioning your own existence is very depressing and interesting. It is interesting. The Boxer goes over how life as a concept is very depressing. They go over it the most heavily in the middleweight championship with Fabrizio, where like, hey, what's life? You're born, you suffer and struggle for a while, and then you die. That's life. What's the meaning to it? There isn't really one. However, the ultimate lesson at the end of that one is, yeah, there doesn't seem to be really any grand meaning to it or anything. But as long as you find people that you care about and care about you and sort of make your life enjoyable, that is the only thing that matters. You don't need to find a big meaning or anything, you just need to find fulfillment.
Oh yeah, that brings up a question I had. What's the point of Yuto increasing his own potential if he then gets forced into retirement a minute later?
Because the idea was, oh my god, Yuto could actually potentially rival or beat you, and then Yu's like, nah, get out of here. Not letting that happen.
It was a false hope moment.
It was a false
wonderful.
hope. It was a wonderful moment of false hope that is immediately taken away.
Okay, so in the long run, the potential thing was pointless.
In the long run, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in the 5-minute version of the long run.
Yeah. But it was cool.
So
it
what
was
did
a
he do now?
cool
How would
sort
you
of,
say?
oh, now he's just retired. He helps out at his coach's gym.
I mean,
He
I guess
teaches
he's
other
the new coach.
boxers. Yeah, he's another coach, I guess.
Lesson number 1, don't fight that fucker you.
Do not fight someone who looks like a demon when he gets serious.
Yeah,
Listen, fellas,
he does
if
that thing a lot.
listen, first lesson: if a guy's face is suddenly covered in shadows when he gets serious, do
It looks
not
like
fight him.
Dude,
He
when
does
I
kinda look
fucking
like Garm.
crouched down for that first time, I was hyped as fuck.
Dude, that
I was like,
pose.
oh, no.
Anyway, I really need to piss now after like an hour, so I'm gonna go piss. I'm
Does
gonna
that
go
mean
make
we're
some
ending the stream?
popcorn. Do we have anything left to talk about?
We're
I don't know,
just
that's up to you.
rambling, probably.
I can do the game where I spend an hour and you name off random fictional or real people, and I just do impressions of them with my voice.
Alright, I think that's a cue for us to end the stream. Thank you all for joining this very impromptu Christmas stream. Hopefully my mic quality is audible. That's really all that I care about. I'll just fuck around with the settings. At the worst, you guys will just need to turn up the volumes on whatever you're listening on, and everything will be
I
balanced
mean,
out
it
fine.
sounds the same as usual, but a bit better.
Okay, that's all that matters to me. So,
I'm going to watch Hawkeye.
fun! I need to get around to watching a bunch of shit. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys at some point this week. I don't know when or on what, since we don't have a Kengan chapter. But until then, bye bye. Oh, and Merry Christmas. Later, everyone.
Bye.